How's it going?
How you doing?
Is it
Few
jokes you can tell?
jokes you can't tell.
Jokes you can't tell? Okay.
Yeah. One of the big red flags is somebody who actually wants to have a really big wedding and have a huge party before the wedding, and especially when it comes to women. The bigger the wedding is, the less likely you will end up having a long marriage.
That's a good point.
I mean, and the statistics are out there because
Yeah.
basically that turns into it's all about me. Look at me. This is my day. So the more expensive the wedding, the less likely you're going to keep her.
So, there's a day old mystery. Well, I wouldn't even really call it a mystery, but something that is proposed question that is, do women want the wedding or the marriage? Because that's two different things. You
Oh,
know?
yeah. The ones you need to run away from are the ones that want the wedding, not the marriage.
Right. Right. Marriage is a life thing. Wedding is just the event part of it, the ceremony part of it. But we know that marriage is definitely a life thing.
hmm
Yeah.
Oh, and beware of one that always talks about what they deserve.
Mm.
If I deserve this, you don't deserve shit. I mean, everybody would like a six-figure salary. Not
Yeah.
everybody deserves a six-figure salary. So this whole thing, oh, I deserve a good man. Well, maybe if you're not putting out what a good man wants, you don't deserve a good man. You just deserve exactly what you're selling.
Right. Right.
And that's what a lot of women are running into is now they're like, well, men aren't opting for marriage anymore. And it's like, well, they're just not wanting to buy what you're selling. If you sell a product that somebody wants to buy, they will buy it, no matter how expensive it is.
Mm-hmm.
So why is that any different in relationships? It's not.
Mm. Yeah.
And not saying it's not our fault too, but I mean, one thing that you're looking at is,
Yeah.
women talk about, oh, men ain't shit anymore. Okay,
Yeah.
you might be right, but
Try
let
to be
me.
try to be careful on the language for me, okay?
Oh, sorry.
Quick talk, okay?
So
Yeah, go
so
ahead.
men ain't crap anymore, right?
Right.
Well, we're a generation of men that have been raised by women for the last 50 years.
Yeah.
So could it be that women are actually raising the men that they actually despise?
Yeah. That's a big way to look at it.
And that's not to throw shade on women. It's
right.
just, but maybe you're raising the men that are, men aren't stoic anymore.
Right.
Men don't control their emotions anymore.
Mhm.
Women, they say they want a man with emotional integrity. Well, emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
You don't want a man with emotional intelligence. You want a man with emotional integrity.
Mm. Mm. So, jokes, here's the thing. I think a lot of women will say they want emotional intelligence. They don't know how to define it. And when they give examples, it's a man who emotionally becomes a woman's punching bag where she can just vent and then he doesn't have no response. They'll label that as emotional intelligence. That's not emotional intelligence.
No. Listen, if here's men want generally three things, all right?
Yep.
Or men need three things.
Yeah.
Men need a sense of purpose and someone who will support them in it.
Yep.
All right. Men need and want peace.
Yep.
And then the final P, you know what that is.
Uh-huh.
And by saying
pleasure.
that, and by saying that, I mean that men want a physical relationship that you are enthusiastic about.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you might be doing us a favor. Don't make us feel like you're doing us a favor. We understand that, if we've got a woman who throws it back with enthusiasm, we have hit the jackpot.
Yeah.
But don't point it out to us.
Jokes, part of that peace is cooperation. right?
Mm-hmm.
Because if there's a healthy cooperation between the husband and wife, there's a peace for both of them, really.
I would agree. And
Yeah.
part of that cooperation comes with reduce the amount of criticism.
Mm-hmm.
Because criticism to a man, criticism does not change men.
Right.
All right. Women are affected by criticism.
Yeah.
You know, it's like if they get dressed and and one of their girlfriends says, "Oh, are you going to wear that?
Mm-hmm.
The green dress again?" She's going to go and she's going to change that.
Yep.
Well, somebody comes up to a man and said, "Dude, all you ever wear is black t-shirts." Damn
Yeah.
right, that's all I ever wear, and that's all I'm going to wear now that you brought it up.
Yeah.
And so, men don't. And listen, I understand women do that because they're trying to be helpful.
All right.
But if I'm driving down the road and I miss my turn, and I say, I missed my turn. Damn it.
Yep.
And then you bring up that I should have turned before that. Okay, that's just disrespect.
Yeah. Yeah. Because we're just gonna U-turn and just go back.
Yeah,
That's
it's
all.
not the end of it's not the end of the world.
Right.
World keeps turning.
Yep.
So why do you have but yeah, I mean, why do you have to bring it up? What did that contribute to either of our lives?
Right.
So
No, I hear that. I hear that. Yeah, I definitely hear that. Well, because I mean, obviously the other way around, I don't think they would like it. Like, but we lie to women all the time, that we love, right? Like if our lady looks, like for instance, right, and I'm just generally speaking, not talking about me and you, right? But
yeah,
if our lady comes to us and says, do I look fat in that dress? More likely, what are men gonna say? Yes or a no?
no, baby, you look great.
Right.
Now, what we're thinking is probably when they say, "Hey, do these pants make my ass look fat?" And you say, "No, your ass is what makes your ass look fat." But we'll never say it. We'll take that to our grave.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what the real husband answer is, there's the truth, there's the husband answer, and then there's the so it's like the husband and what is it the wife answer, the husband answer, and the truth.
Right.
So the wife answer would be like you tell her exactly what it looks like, right?
Right.
That's what she wants to hear.
Right.
Then the husband answer is, "No, baby, that looks great on you."
Right.
And then the real answer is, "I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm not with you because of the dress."
Right. That's an interesting way to look at it. Yeah. That's an interesting way to look at it. Sometimes a lot of men look at it as a trap. So that's why most men will just say, "Oh no, you look good," because they don't want to get any privileges removed from them that night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think people realize how much men compromise. Because but then also you're right. A lot of things just don't bother us and affect us the same because at the end of the day, that's our wife. I mean, we know she looked good, and she may not look good in that dress, but we know she looked good.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, okay, you've got stretch marks. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm looking at is how much fun and pleasure and connection that I've gotten out of that body already, and the person that's attached to it.
Right.
That's all I care about. That okay, there's a stretch mark. Well, that's my person, so who cares?
Yeah. I mean, stretch marks is part of life.
Yeah.
I mean, just look at them as lightning tattoos.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like okay, well, hey, I remember how you ended up getting that.
Right.
I'd like to do that again.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
and the other thing is, women don't have an understanding of. They think that men are after Smex just because they want to get off, and that might be in the case of like if you're a single guy, but if you actually are with somebody that you love and care about, that is how we connect.
Yeah.
Women's nervous systems are regulated to oxytocin. Men's are regulated to dopamine.
Yep.
So, and it maybe it's a cruel joke of God that, men or women need connection to want sex, and men need Smex to build connection.
Yeah. It's like it's
Doesn't
wired a
mean it
different way.
doesn't mean either one is wrong.
Right. Well, yeah. Well, Jokes, give me 1 second. Let me get to Dr. Love.
Sure.
She's someone who comes on here regularly. Hey, Dr. Love, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you. I've just eaten my dinner, so I'm really good.
Good. No problem. Hey, this is a gender neutral topic, anybody can answer this. What's the biggest red flag people ignore when choosing a spouse? What do you think?
I think that, like I said to you in the comments earlier, I think there's loads, but I think if I'm looking at the biggest red flag for me would be, there's so many things, but I'm going to go with character.
Yeah.
I think that will cover a lot of things that I redeem to be red flags. So if he's got a bad character and I saw it and it was a red flag and I ignored it, then I'm going to be hella in trouble.
Can you drill down on that though, and like give me an example of what what would tip you off that they would have a bad character?
Yeah, he means like specific in their character.
Because that's really broad.
Yeah.
It is, because you know what it is, Jokes. There were so many things I wanted to say that were red flags, so I need to find the biggest one.
Yeah, you can go through the list. It's fine.
Oh gosh, so inconsistency is a red flag for me. If someone's inconsistent. If someone is hot and cold, that's a red flag for me. If someone's, gets angry at the drop of a hat, if someone raises their voice all the time or gets angry, that's a major red flag. If someone, belittles you and tries to seem more superior or put you down to feel good, that's a red flag for me. Someone who contorts your way of thinking and tells you, what we call it as gaslighting, distorts the way you think of something and tells you, you're crazy. That's not what happened. That is a red flag. Someone who throws your past in your face is a red flag. Someone who doesn't treat his family correctly is a red flag.
That's a big one.
Yeah, you know how he talks to his mom and his sisters. For me, I'd be checking that out. And you know how respectful. So there's loads of red flags, to be honest. There's loads of green as well. So don't think I'm a skeptic. Those are just the red ones.
Well, I think we're starting to see well, maybe not starting to see, but part of this thing that we're seeing with men nowadays is men have lost the concept of stoicism. It's been relabeled as something bad. And stoicism is so important, especially for men, because in the way it's classically defined, not the way it's defined in modern times. Modern times just define stoicism as, not having any emotions or being emotionless. And that's the furthest thing from the truth of what actual stoicism is.
Hey, Jokes, I look at stoicism more so like this, right? You're practicing more about being composed before you react as opposed to reacting first, and then now you got to figure out how to compose yourself.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
I see stoicism as discipline. That's how I see it. I see it as a form of discipline and being able to discipline yourself. That's how I relate to it.
The classical definition of stoicism is learning to subdue your passions, and by passions I mean rage, jealousy, um, impulsiveness, those kind of things, and then enhancing your virtues, which would be discipline, would be thoughtfulness, self-reflection, those kind of things.
So when you
Which
asked me
would,
the question earlier about character, I would say someone with a good character would definitely have some of the things that you've just described.
mhm, yeah.
Yeah.
But when you bring up stoic, everybody's like, "Oh no, we don't. That's toxic masculinity." I'm like, "No, that's real masculinity."
Well, you see, people will throw things, especially when they don't understand them. You know, I was on a live the other day talking about, we were talking about something, and they were bringing in, because someone has an opinion, they must be a feminist. Again, one of those words that are thrown around quite loosely. And when I actually question them on what a feminist is, you know, their idea of a feminist was very different to what someone who has an opinion and is independent is. So it's just interesting. People don't understand the language, but they have an opinion.
Well, but in that case, also the language changes. I mean, are you a first wave feminist? Are you a second wave, a third wave? Because there's a lot of drastic differences between, say, a third wave feminist and a first wave feminist.
Well, I didn't know there were that many ways. But
There's, I
yeah.
think I think there's actually 4 of them
Yeah,
currently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Get more
4.
toxic as you go along.
Yeah.
God.
4 would be the most extreme. But you know, Dr. Love, what often gets thrown at men is you're a misogynist. So we feel it on the other side too.
Yeah, I hear that. I hear
Yeah.
that. I think that's the easy attack. But again, when people can't intersexualize the conversation, or when they feel like they're losing, the minute they go for your character, you know straight away,
Yeah.
you know, they've lost it really. And that's the time where stoicism would come very handy. You just withdraw and let them carry on.
Yeah, that's true. So you know, let's get into why we ignore red flags. I mean, obviously, we're stating that people would ignore them. Let's get into the why. So I would like to think that um, there are some men and women who will ignore certain red flags in each other just based off maybe the current um, the current benefit at the time. So let's just say a woman will ignore the red flag that a man
Jokes, what are you
doesn't.
doing? There's a lot of rattling.
I apologize.
It's
I
all
will
right. I
I
can
will
hear
move
Tim.
that. I own a
Yeah.
construction company. I'm breaking up some trim for a house.
Right, okay. It's just
Oh, okay.
carry on, Phil.
Yeah. I may have to just mute you for a second, jokes. Okay. And when you're ready, you'll
Oh,
talk again. Okay.
all right.
All right. So yeah, like the why, right? I think sometimes we'll ignore it because of the benefit at the time. So let's just say a woman is benefiting from being wine and dine, right? Because it may be something that she's not used to or something she actually desired. And she's probably like, oh, finally, I got this kind of man. But then this is a guy who really doesn't listen to her, really doesn't care about what she thinks. Then a guy may ignore red flags about a woman's attitude as long as he's getting bedroom activity.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think it will be contingent and dependent on the benefit at the time to why sometimes we would ignore red flags. What do you think?
I would agree with that. I think there are a few reasons. I think sometimes some people they're getting better now, but they don't actually know it's a red flag. They just know they don't like it, but because they're not in touch with themselves to a level where they understand, they can't see it. They know it doesn't feel right, but they don't know what's going on. So they get confused. So they might even be manipulated in that moment. That could be one reason. The other reason I think is sometimes, you know, circumstantial, environmental plays a massive role. So, you know, if you're living with them or if you're dating them and, you know, they're everything you were looking for, and then they start doing these things. And because women tend to already have a potential life planned out, they don't want to disrupt that. They want to be in denial, and think that, oh, he'll change, it'll be different, or maybe it'll be different this time. And I think we make excuses on both sides, for our personal gain. The other reason I think also what the why would be, sometimes people have a void inside of them, a loneliness, and that loneliness they want to fill because they've not spent enough time with themselves to understand themselves. So therefore, when they meet someone, they get all excited, they get into this little bubble and they see all the red flags, but they ignore them because the consequence of calling that red flag out could possibly mean that that relationship could end, which means they'll be stuck with themselves again. And they may have been not dating for a time. It could be a number of things why, that they feel they can't. But that would also, I believe, contribute to the why.
Good point. What do you think, Jokes?
I'll give you a prime example. I have an employee of mine, former employee, young guy in his early 20s. He met this girl and he was telling me about her. And he started in with just, oh, she's great. She's fun. She's exciting. And then he starts digging in and he's like, well, she did have an addiction problem. And then it goes into, well, she's got 25 years on paper. It ended up with she's got 25 years on paper due to DV. She poked somebody several times with a sharp implement. And then of course she had a kid, and I kept telling him, I said, dude, do not marry that girl. Do not marry that girl. Break it off. This will only end in tears. She's, and I told him, I said, listen, when it comes to women, crazy is fun for about 2 weeks. And then it starts to wear on you. And well, he didn't take my advice. He got married to her. They've been married a little less than a year. She has had 2 domestic violence charges against her already. They also had a kid together. And, she and her family, when she went to jail, tried to keep the kid from him. Now he's in a whole custody battle. And I was like, listen, you're having fun. In the beginning, I told him, you're having fun now. And when he told me he was going to marry her, I was like, you're thinking with the lower head, not the upper one. And you've got to put the I over the E. You got to put the intelligence over the emotion, because right now it feels good to have something warm and soft laying in bed next to you. I said, but this is going to turn into a nightmare. And that's exactly what happened.
Wow. Let me get to my friend Beyond it here. Beyond it, are you ready to talk?
Yeah, it's raining kind of loud, so if you can't hear me, just because the rain's coming down pretty hard.
No problem, man. We'll just pace it out throughout the show. It's all good. My topic today, brother. What's the biggest red flag people ignore when choosing a spouse? What do you think?
Uh, that's a good question, man. I don't really know. Damn.
Well, how about this? How about this?
Yeah. Go ahead.
So it's for title purposes, but obviously we know that there's more than one, right?
Yeah.
But we do know that there's like a top 3 at least, right? So you can kind of
Sure.
go through that, and then we could unpack more.
Okay. Okay. So I'll say like one of the red flags is just behavior. I feel like it can go either way for both genders. Like I feel like because like being obnoxious it looks different for both genders. Women can be obnoxious in their own way, and men can too. So I'll say like obnoxious behavior. I would say lack of respect for their parents. Like not having like a good rapport with your mom or dad. I'm not saying that like if you don't if you're not close with your mom or dad, you're not like a good person. But that's a red flag to me. And then also not being generous. I'll say that too.
Yeah, those are good ones. Those are good ones. And Beyonda, when you can, um, it, after we state what they are, right? Then we could always get into like the why we ignore it, right? Because obviously people get in relationships and marriages with people who have red flags, right? So then we could also get into why it can be ignored.
Well, I can give you an example. So like the
Go ahead.
red flags, like there's different levels to them, and also like depending on like okay, so a single man, single woman, the red flags are gonna be a little different because you're both single. But let's say, for example, that a mom is remarrying or whatever. I would say that there are red flags that a mom has to be able to see. Otherwise, it can end in like tragedy. So, for example, like there was a case. This mom had 2 kids, and then she married a guy with a few kids, right? And what wound up happening was one of the sons of the stepdad, he was kind of like maniacal and diabolical. He was very like inappropriate with his stepsister. And the daughter would tell her mom like, yo, like he's kind of weird. Like why? I don't really want to be around him. But the mom was so like locked in with her new boo that like she didn't really like. She kind of like waved away like her daughter's like concerns. So one day they go on a cruise, and the stepdaughter met a guy on the cruise, and they got together. But then the stepbrother got jealous, and so what happened was the stepbrother unalived the stepsister. And before that, the daughter, before she died, or before she was deceased, she tried telling the mom like, hey, I don't want a room with my brother. He's kind of weird. He's kind of giving me the creep or creeping me out. And the mom never listened to her. So I would say that like moms or parents are like a red flag for me. Like this as a person is you're prioritizing the one that you're sleeping with over your own kids. If the kids are saying, hey, I feel uncomfortable, that should give you plenty of notice to like not like to take your kids seriously. Because kids have like intuition. And the girl was like, she was like 15 years old, she wasn't like a dummy. She was like 15, 16 years old. So, now because her mom was so like lustful over her guy and like so focused on him, her daughter is now dead.
Yeah, that's one heck of a story. That sounds like something out of a Lifetime movie. Sheesh. Well, before you came up here, I was saying that I think a lot of people will ignore red flags based off the benefit at the time. Like, for example, I mentioned if a woman is not used to, if a woman is desiring a man who is into whining and dining her, then she will ignore his attitude, or ignore the fact that he has poor communication skills. Or like a man will ignore a red flag in a woman's attitude because he's getting bedroom activity. You know what I'm saying? His flesh is being pleased and satisfied. So he's like, well, I might as well just, take this on because the last girl didn't put out like this. So, I might as well. And this girl looked good. She looked better than my ex. So, a lot of times a man will ignore that red flag. I mean, what do you think, Beyonda?
I mean, yeah, lust is a very powerful tool that, Proverbs says most emotions are good tools for masters. So people will, my guy above me said, he said, I over the E. You gotta put your emotions second. Because if you leave with your emotions, they're going to be, lead you to some dark paths. And sometimes, end of your life.
Yeah. Well, man, people procreating and and bring forth generations by ignoring red flags. I mean, it's that deep. I would think some of us, not all of us, right? But I would think some of us are here today because our parents ignored red flags. It's an interesting way to look at it, right?
I mean, yeah. I mean, my dad when he was alive, he, my father, my father when he was alive, he was in the streets and whatever. My mom, she never really told me the full story of what happened between them. She actually never talked about him at all. She never talked about bad or good about him. It was never a conversation.
Yeah.
So I never had like negative things about him other than the fact that he wasn't there.
Yeah.
Well, I found out later that he was in the streets doing taking substances. I'll just say that. In the street, not being a good member of society. And we actually had a conversation one-on-one, me and him. We had lunch prior to him passing away. And he was telling me about that. And so it was like after that, I forgave him and whatnot, but then a year or two later, he, during a hurricane, a tree that shouldn't have been there, a branch hit him on the head, and he, died.
Wow, that's a crazy way to go.
Yeah, it was.
Because it almost sounds fake,
Yeah, well, that's like the state, so I guess according to what I've read, because I have the papers back in my house.
Yeah.
There was a tree that the state was supposed to take care of, and he was traveling from shelter to shelter, or like going from the shelter, something like that. I don't know. And he was walking, and then because it was like a bad storm, the tree, like one of the branches, that was a big branch, hit him. He pretty much died there because it was blunt force trauma to the head. So,
yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Wow. That's crazy, man. I'm sorry to hear how he went out like that.
I was shocked. I'm not gonna lie. It was more shocking than it was. It was more shocking more than it was like that. I didn't know him.
Yeah.
I didn't know him. But even if I had the desire to pursue, hanging out with him or whatever, that desire was gone. So it's kind of like, oh wow, I'll never be able to even choose because life's chose for me. So.
Well, I'm actually glad y'all had that conversation.
I am too, because I would have felt more guilty if I hadn't talked to him. Prior to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of nuts.
Yeah, I think something as simple as that. I think that I would say that probably helped to some degree. Yeah.
For sure.
Moments. There are many moments we can't get back, but we learn from all of them, right?
Yeah.
And so they kind of stay with you forever, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, beyond it, man. This topic, man. To be honest with you, I had such a brain fart this whole week, man, because of the marathon and everything.
Yeah.
And so I really didn't know what to talk about today. So I had to kind of pull from something,
No, I got you. Yeah, for sure.
I have stuff that's planned ahead for later on that came to my mind. But as far as today, I was like, oh God, what am I going to talk about? So I didn't actually get the topic until late last night on what I was going to speak on today. Your topic, I definitely want to do when you have full attention. So.
Oh, for sure. That topic is gonna I feel like that normally, I don't usually go to you to give you ideas. I just come on the panel and talk about whatever you have on the topic.
I mean, you can come to me with ideas.
No, I don't know. I know. So when I was sitting there thinking about it, I'm like, I have an idea.
Yeah.
I was talking to Spicy Ranch, and we were talking about life, or this thing that we always talk about. And then I just was like, yo, wouldn't it be a good idea if I told him this? And he was like, yeah, do that. So
that's a good topic, and I don't do any. If anybody has a topic, I do it with them there, obviously. So, the week you said was the best was August 10th, right?
Well, okay, so how my schedule works is I'm on call every other week. Now, I'm on call this week. I'm on call right
Yeah.
now.
Yes.
So my schedule was 9 to 5:30, but a lot of times, not a lot of times, but sometimes I don't know if I'm going to get called in after that.
Got you.
So I don't like to have like plans after 5:30 because I don't know if I'm going to get called in.
Yes.
Now Mondays, like for me,
Yeah.
Mondays are usually like the best days for me to do anything because Mondays I don't get called in that much.
Yeah.
It's very seldom, not to like jinx it or whatever like that, but like
Yeah.
that's why I said every other week I'd be available to do Mondays because like I don't know.
Yeah. So, but the best week was for you August 10th, right?
I mean, we could even do next. Well, what do you have planned next week?
Well, next week is the next week. This upcoming Monday. For the 27th is the topic about remarriage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So then, yeah, like the August 10th is the earliest I'll be available.
Okay. So then we'll just have it for the 10th.
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you said that you came up with this topic last night.
Say it again.
You said that this topic came to you last night.
Yeah, last night. Yeah, I was up all last night trying to think of something.
Yeah, okay. But like, what made you pick this?
Um, it ties to a topic I had months ago, but it was differently. I had a topic months ago that says, "Do men ignore beauty? Do men ignore red flags for beauty?"
Oh,
But that was just for men. So I was like, well, I need something that's more like gender neutral,
yeah,
so that anybody can answer the question.
yeah.
So that's why this topic. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's really a filler.
Yeah, no, I could tell.
Like you know how it is. Like you grew up watching Dragon Ball Z, right?
yeah.
So you know what I mean. You got like a filler episode because you need to get to the big thing.
Yeah.
So this is basically like a filler episode to get
Well,
into next week.
that's anime in general.
Oh,
Like the anime has
facts.
to us all the time. It's very
Facts.
seldom for like they have every episode be important.
Yeah.
Unless like it's a short show or like they
Mhm.
have like one season, then they'll like do every episode that's important. Like
Yeah.
Death Note was a very important show. That Death Note had every episode be important.
Right.
But yeah, but I feel like even my question, like my topic that I want to do about the privilege,
Mm-hmm.
that could be answered by anybody.
Yeah. So I went and so when you brought it to me, I said I know it's his topic, but I need to know about it so that I can be effective too. So I went and did some research, and when I did research, I said, "Ooh, I know exactly how to do a Monday show off of this." You know what I'm saying? I got the right information. I don't have my questions yet. I'll get it soon, but I had the right synopsis of how I could really make that a show, and then also, since it's your topic, when you're ready when that day comes, I definitely want you to have your questions to ask us. You know what I'm saying? The panel. But yeah, I definitely have a thing on it, and then like you said, a part to it for the TikTok audience. So yeah, definitely able to get two out of that because I actually have two for next week. I have a part two to the to Monday's topic. I have that ready. I was able to 2-part series that.
Okay.
Yeah. So that story is inspired by a story that Zacchaeus told us about a week ago. He said that he knew someone who's on there who was on wife number 4, and then I was like,
Yes, yes. Remember,
I,
I was thinking. Yeah,
right. So I was like, yeah, I think we need to talk about that.
yeah,
So we need to get to a substantial conversation about when people do that, when people are in that position, and what that looks like on the outside, to people in the market.
yeah,
So I was like, let's save that for another time. So I definitely have, that ready. And the thumbnail's fire.
yeah.
The thumbnail's fire. It looks like a movie.
Yep.
Yeah. So
So,
yeah,
in regards to the whole red flag thing, right?
yeah.
I know that we're talking about, like, about and whatnot, but there's a show that I watched. Well, I used to watch it, but it got too real for me.
Uh-huh.
It was too much. There was a show called Evil Lives Here, and it's a show. It's like they're all true stories. You can literally Google all the cases. They all happen. And essentially, like, the premise of it is, someone's being interviewed close to the person who did the murders, or someone who did the
Unaliving.
unaliving. I guess. Yeah. Whether they survived it or whether they knew the person very very well, so a mom or dad, uncle, sister, whatever, and they pretty much like go over their entire life, like the person who did it. But then, like, what the show does is it hones in on the fact that there will always signs of that person leading to that life.
Mm.
And so they start up the show. Oh, Casey didn't know that her husband Bill would be a bad guy, but there were signs. And then that's how the show starts. And then they would, like, go in with the show, and then these people were freaking evil. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. But that's what I think about whenever you ask the question about the spouse. It's like, red flags to me are signs that you're not going to be a good person, or you're not even going to, like, contribute to my life.
Yeah.
And I don't want to, even if, like, they're small, even if, like, the red flags can be, like, big, I don't want to take a chance on that, because I feel like one red flag leads to another red flag leads to another red flag.
Yeah.
And maybe that's a little, like, maybe it's not fair for me to say that. I'm not giving that person grace. But at the same time, though, that's what happens. So people give grace to people that are going to, like, take advantage of them or unalive them, and then that's it. You can't change it. So for me, I'd rather not even give them a chance, because I'm like, yo, like, that flag you just showed me? Nah, that's not it. I'm done.
Some things are not going to always be an extreme case to an extreme result, but little things
I don't
can
want to
become
find
a
out.
problem over time.
I don't want to find out, though. That's the thing.
Yeah. No, you
Like,
don't. No, you don't.
For me, like, okay, is it a little, do I exaggerate when I, like, think of the worst things? Yeah. At the same time, though, it's like, okay, I'd rather be extreme and safe and alive
Yeah.
than to find out, F around and find out. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't want to find out. I just don't. Because as much as women say that men are scary, bro, women are scary.
Yeah.
Women are terrifying. Women are equally as terrifying as guys. You know what I mean? Like, they're sweet and they're pleasant, but then, like, they say that other side of them, bro, nah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Yeah.
There's a quote that says, if someone showed you who they are the first time, believe them.
Believe them. Yeah. Maya Angelou said that plenty of times. Yeah. Believe them. She said believe them the first time. The first time. Yeah. Because like I said, a lot of times we let a lot of stuff fly. We let a lot of stuff fly that we shouldn't let fly, and it really just changes our life forever. Some things change our life forever if we don't do nothing about it. But like I said, I think there's a lack of self-esteem that may be in place to why some people ignore red flags. There's I've been single for so long kind of thing, I don't want to be lonely kind of thing, so they'll just ignore some red flag. Or like for instance, The red flag could be major to someone, but is minor to them as long as all the other things they got on the list. You know? What's going on, Kay? I see you in the chat. Shout outs to Kay in the chat. You know what I mean? And man, look, men do it all the time. I'm sure in your past, you've ignored. I mean, obviously you didn't stay in it, right? But I'm pretty sure you may have ignored a red flag in someone. You know, I know I have. It wasn't peaceful, and I was like, "Nah, I gotta end this now." You know, we've all ignored. We Oh man, your phone is. Yo, you there, Beyonda? Beyonda. Yeah, repeat what you were saying because it was cutting out. What'd you say? Oh man. Hey Kay, if you have any free time to come up, you can pull up and join the conversation, okay, Kay? I'd like to hear from you, even if it's for a couple of minutes. Cause I missed most of our conversation Sunday. There we go.
Hey,
Hello, Kay.
guys. Hey, Fifth. How are
Hey,
you?
hey, how are you? I
I
wanted to.
see you survived the marathon.
Yeah. Oh my God. You know, it's interesting because when you pulled up, that was the time I had to take a break, so I didn't get a chance to really talk with you because
Yeah.
that was the right time I had to really like leave the computer, go get something to eat, do something in the
Yeah,
house
you
real
needed
quick.
a break.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I missed a lot of our interaction, but you know, today, touching on a subject, you know, what's the biggest red flag people ignore when choosing a spouse? Now, I know the title says biggest, but obviously there's many.
Yeah.
So it doesn't just have to be one, but if you can name one of the major ones that comes to your head, I mean, you can list it, and it won't unpack it.
Let me see. That's a good question, but I think one of the major red flags probably for me would have been not not going with my intuition the first time. You know what I mean? You know, you get gut feelings,
Yeah.
and it's like, you know, I guess that because sometimes you overlook stuff when you're feeling something in your gut, you know? It could be depending on what it is too. So, I guess when for me was when one of the major red flags was the support. I'm not talking about money. This don't have nothing to do with money. Just
Mm-hmm.
having your back, having my back. And I had, you know, I'm having their back and standing up for them. I guess that's what I mean. You know, standing up for me.
So, Kay, you mean that is something that showed its head before or during?
Yeah, it should have had before, but I
Okay.
figure I could have given her a chance because we getting to know each other,
Yeah.
you know? But when, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, it does because I mentioned earlier there are a lot of things that there's a lot of things that we could ignore based off the benefit at the time.
Right.
And I think, like I mentioned earlier, I mentioned that if a woman desires a man who wines and dines her,
Mm-hmm.
that the wining dining is a benefit. But what the red flag is that he really doesn't like he really doesn't care about your feelings,
Yeah.
right? But
Mm-hmm.
it's the I don't know if you heard this before, but it's ignorantly said by women who get with men with money, and that is, I'd rather cry in a Ferrari than cry in a Honda Civic.
I never heard that nonsense.
Yeah, yeah. That's they're basically just saying, yeah, let him do what he want as long as I get my money,
Oh,
right?
okay, I see, I see, I see, I
Right.
see.
And then men will say, look, man, she got an attitude, but man, she know how to throw it back in the bedroom. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah,
You're
okay,
ignoring things because you just want to just benefit off that thing at the time. It's not
right.
worth it, but people do it.
Yeah, I guess. But I look at it this way, I rather have dignity
Mm-hmm.
and self-respect, make my own way, whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
than to put up with that,
Yeah.
you know. But everybody can. I don't ever like to come up here and talk about what other people say, what other people do. 'Cause I ain't did it, and if I ain't did it, and you know, it's about me and my experience. That's it. I can't, I hear what people say, I hear what people do, but I can't take that. And I try and be better as a person, as a woman, as a mother, as a sister, a sibling, a family member, a friend. I can't take stuff like that on. People have a different mentality when it comes to certain things like this, and red flags is a big thing, but we human still, and we still gotta have discernment, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I try
No,
not to be
absolutely.
mad about a lot of things no more, and angry. Even on the panels, you could hear people talking, and you could hear in the voice how upset they are about even a topic, and it's like
Yeah.
it will be okay, like you know.
Okay, a lot of people are hurting, and I'm gonna tell you something, Kay. I have picked topics that hit home for me, but I still pick them and talk about them
Yeah,
because
but you ain't. It's
yeah.
not in your voice where it's like
Hmm.
you angry with it. You could hear people just angry, and I'm like,
Yeah.
you okay? And we just talking. It don't take all of that. But what I mean.
Yeah. I mean, Kay, for a lot of people, I may not be able to
Mhm.
have a stat on this, but for a lot of people, this is their social interaction.
All right. I like
So
that.
so this is the only time they get to really talk. And because they don't have a healthy social life outside of the internet, that
Hmm.
this is where they unload everything, and that would also explain the anger
Well,
as well.
well,
'Cause-
that's not the ones I'm talking about. I'm talking about the ones that could be here and 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 I'm not just talking about I'm not talking about your life. Just in general. You could claim you did the walk and you heal and then it don't sound like it. Them type.
yeah,
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about now.
yeah,
So, you know, I could sit here all day long and say I got issues. I'm still healing. I'm not above nobody. I get what you're doing. I love what you're doing. I respect what you're doing, and I'm glad that you have that to do for people that need it. Cause I need it sometimes. You see, you hear me up here. You see me up here.
yeah.
Sometimes I can't be up here because I'm doing something or whatever the case, but I
Yeah.
make it up here because you make me comfortable. You make me feel comfortable, to be able to talk, and that's what I need more of, you know.
Kay, I'm gonna admit this. So I've been doing this show since January. I have constructive criticism, right?
Hmm.
I don't always get it right. I try my best,
Nobody
but
does.
yeah, yeah, but even I don't always get it right. But I've learned a lot um this year, and so But I do make it my business to be better the next time. You know, like if there's
That's
something
right.
if there's something on one episode, I was like, man, Fifth, you might have been a little too. You might have been a little too active on that one. You know, then I'm like, all right, well, you know, I learned from that. And then I also asked for I also asked my people, yo, I may be wrong. Am I tripping? Because I could be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you got whenever you talk, right?
Yeah.
Or anybody talk, you talking from you,
Yeah.
and you can't go back and be like, did I? You could go back and be like, you are, we are our hardest critics.
Yeah.
You do know that, right?
Yeah.
So it's gonna be like that anyway. But go by like you say, you wanna be better than yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
and that's all we could strive for. And it's okay. We fail, we get right back up.
Yeah. So yeah, so Kay, like I said, I got more into the topic itself in terms of like why we ignore red flags. So I think there's a lot of things that come into play as far as ignoring red flags. We have things that are how we feel at the time, but then also maybe some things maybe socially taught to us that we think is acceptable or not. To
Right.
another reason why we ignore some red flags. You know,
Mhm.
it could be like some type of peer pressure, whether it's from family or societal peer pressure in terms of like when to start a family, the age that you are, and stuff like that. And then sometimes we just ignore the very things that we really should ignore, but we do it just based off of outside influence as well.
And it could be too,
Yeah.
because you want that person to like you, and you don't even know if you like them.
Yeah.
It's simple like that. And you know, it, I learning a lot, though. Is so amazing how much things that I got, not from only TikTok, from peers and people on here, and just outside coaching, and just a lot of things about relationships, and things that I did not know and brought in my marriage that I had. So every day is a learning curve. And as far as red flags go, is it gonna keep coming. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because my red flag that I don't think is a red flag might be somebody else's red flag.
Yep.
And my red flag might not even be bad. But to some it might. But that's where the communication, I feel, lies. If we really like each other, then we would be, not you don't think so? You would be saying, okay, for me this is a red flag right about now. Okay, so what? And I know that might sound a little harsh or
Mm-hmm.
not, but what you think? Tell me what you think about this. You did this, right?
Okay.
So where I come from, we get each other back. When we with each other, we get each other back.
Yeah.
What you feel about that?
Well, you said where you from? You have each other's back,
Yes,
or
we
you?
have each other's back. We have each other's back. I could know you if we dating, and yeah, we date and we starting to date. But if you see tendencies of me where I support you and I have your back, or it don't matter what it is.
Yeah.
I I want to see how you roll. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not testing you, because my thing is, don't test me, because I don't like tests. I don't.
you
Because if I know you testing me on something, then I'm gonna fail on purpose. And I'm gonna tell you that right now, because I know you testing me. We could talk about it. We don't have to do these testing, tit for tat, playing games. Just talk to me.
Okay, I may get a little controversial with what I'm about to say, but it's not all right. But I've had women come on here, and I've always asked them this question. A woman came up here and openly admitted that she tested before she got married. She tested her husband to see
Mm,
to see how far she can go with
that's
her,
wrong.
with him checking her on her attitude. I said to her she played a dangerous game.
That is dangerous.
She said that women, she said, I don't care what woman it is, but women test their men. She said it
No,
may
not
not be
me.
okay. Why do you think a woman would say that or try to speak for all women by saying that? What do you
Because that's, you know what? First of all, you don't speak for everybody because you
right,
don't know everybody and how they are. You can't do it.
right.
That's why.
Well,
And
'cause
I don't have, that's
she
games to me.
it,
That's
it is it
games
is
to me.
games. It is games. She tried to say it was a woman's nature, but
Well,
that
you
is
know what I'll
games.
say about that?
No,
You know what I'll say
no.
about that, Fizz? I feel like, oh, sorry. I think that, you know, if you're gonna test, so okay, this is what I'll say, right? Not in my situation, but like, let's say I was with a less quality girl, right?
Yes.
Because my girl is, I think she's awesome. But let's say I met someone else that was like less quality or whatever, and I thought that she was doing something fly or whatever. I would test her to get proof, because evidence is like, if I have intuition, that's not enough. That's not enough for me breaking it off. So I test her. And then when I get the
I look
proof,
at it like this, right?
if I get the proof, then I get my answer.
Okay.
I look at it like this. You're playing a dangerous game because you're looking for something that you ain't gonna want. And my thing is, you just let it be because they're gonna come if they're gonna come, right?
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm saying that I'm trying to explain like why women do what they do, because they
No,
think
you
that their guys, the guy that they're with is freaky, so they're testing their man and trying
okay.
to get an answer or get a more concrete answer. I'm not saying that I would do it. I was trying to give an example of like what
Why women?
it looks like.
Well, okay. So when I say it, it's not me putting this on women like every woman does the same thing.
I know.
So this is what I kind of mean here, right? In terms of how the test is applied. So
Mm,
maybe a woman is testing to see if the next man's different from the last man. So there may be something that she may do, right?
mm,
It may not be like super bad, but it may be something that she's just trying to figure out because
yeah.
that's how she vets, right? Now, specific to what the woman who came on my panel and said what she said about testing the attitude part to see if her man was going to check her, I said that was a dangerous game.
Why
And
that gotta be the dangerous game and nothing else? I say all of it is dangerous.
no, no,
Okay.
no, no. Of course, it's all. Of course, you gamble. Either way, it's a gamble,
Yes.
right? You gamble with $100 or you gamble with $100,000, but it's still a gamble. I guess the point I'm making is that the I need to test to see if my man's gonna check me thing. That's pretty
Not
dangerous.
cool.
That's pretty dangerous because that could have the kind of man she could have got because they're married now. But the kind of man she could have gotten, you can't control what his reaction's going to be.
Exactly.
It could be light. It could be hard. Like some men,
And did you
like for
hear what you
instance,
just say? You can't control nobody's reaction to nothing.
yeah,
Period. I just feel like you're playing a dangerous game either way with the testing part.
yeah,
That's just putting the lack of trust, okay? Because I believe in earning trust, okay?
hmm
I believe in you trust somebody for so much when you start dating them because you're dating them. You don't fully know them fully and you don't know them to trust them fully, right? Agreed? No. I
yeah,
mean, I don't. But then as you go along, you start to develop more trust, right?
hmm
So it's trust in there, period, to an extent when you start dating the person. Because if I don't trust you enough to date you or go out with you, then you ain't gonna see me. You ain't gonna see me at all. Because that means I don't trust you at all. Okay? But I trust you enough to go out to a restaurant, right?
Hmm.
So there's some form of trust there. Why would you start breaking it by doing tests?
Well,
K,
I think
K,
that
K
I think
my bad. Go ahead, Beyond because I actually have a
I,
simple test that I'm gonna run by K. Go ahead,
I
Beyond.
want to I want to explain why women or even men, test. I'm not saying that I agree with it. I'm just trying to explain what it is, right? So with people who test, it's insecurity because insecurity
Mm,
is
mm.
I don't know where I stand, so I have to make sure that the person that I like and love with admire and respect lets me back. So if they're testing to like get validation, so if it's proven that their boyfriend or husband isn't cheating, and they feel better about themselves because they feel validated by the fact that their husband didn't cheat on her. But because she has a high level of insecurity, she has to go through that step of testing, otherwise she'll go crazy. Even
Okay,
though she's crazy anyway.
so okay now, say you testing me, Faith, right? Or beyond that. And I just told you, you test me, and I know you're testing me. I'm gonna fail on purpose, and I'm gonna fail on purpose because I know you're testing me. And I'm gonna tell you after the test is over that I did that on purpose too, because you tested me. But my thing is this: you don't think I'm gonna look at you like you do that now, since you tested me? You that type of person now that you're testing me on? Don't when you playing them dangerous games, I'm gonna start looking at you now like this. That's all he gonna do is test me. I don't have time for that. You know what I mean? It's like you either gonna trust me enough to do what we want to do with this relationship, or you're not.
You know, K. Most people don't know you're testing them.
I agree with you.
Yeah,
I
but
agree with
K. Most people don't know most people don't know they're being tested. Can I give you an example?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so we're on a first date. We're
On
on
the
a
first
first.
date.
Let's just say me and you. Well, I don't know if you want me to use it as an example, but I'm going to be
No,
safe.
that's not a good example. First date, we don't know each other.
Okay, but I'm gonna use an example, me and you, but I'm gonna keep it safe. Okay,
Okay.
so let's just say me on the first date. The check comes right.
Okay.
Uh, I open the check
Mm.
and I do this. Woof, man, this is expensive. Now you as the woman could be like, yeah, that's a red flag because of how he reacted. I
No,
still paid for the meal.
I'm gonna be like, ain't it though? Why we here?
I mean,
Shoot.
I still paid for the meal, right?
Yes.
But I may have failed the test or gave you the ick because of the way I reacted. Like, but I don't know I'm being tested. But that
No. Okay, so if you had said that to me, it had to. My thing would be this. It would be dependent on different circumstances, like who picked the place. That's number one. Okay, to go there, right?
more than likely the man.
Okay, so why would you say, "Oh, Jesus, it's expensive"? If
Well,
you pick the place,
because
you're
I
testing
thought.
me.
Well, it could be because I thought you was gonna order the chicken, but you ordered the steak and
Oh, you
lobster.
thought. Oh, there you go testing me again, yo. Like,
See,
but see that the point is you
yeah,
pick the place.
yeah,
So me as a woman, me as a decent woman,
uh huh,
I won't go overboard because I consider it.
yeah,
It depends on who you see. That's what I'm saying. That's a test to you without even me testing you on purpose.
uh huh,
You understand that test, right? Just now I made an example of me, you not knowing I consider it or not. You could tell a person if they consider it or not about what they ordered and how the date is in general, right?
hmm
That's a test right there without being tested.
Well, and that's my example of most people don't know they're being tested. Most
But
people,
no, but I'm not testing you though.
no, no,
You know,
no,
I'm not.
no, no. But
But you,
no. This is what I'm saying. But the test could be like I said. People don't know. The test could be, yeah, I'm gonna order um this ribeye steak, and then I'm gonna see how he reacts. And if he reacts crazy, then I know it's a red flag. But if he responds positively, then good, he passed that test. I'm
sis,
I'm
I
I'm
am
I'm
not.
I'm just giving examples of
Okay, I hear you.
you see what I'm saying?
I see what
How
you're saying, but not really. And I'm gonna tell you why I don't see what you're saying because I'm gonna order. If you pick the restaurant,
uh-huh.
I'm ordering one meal
Yeah.
because you the one pick the restaurant, so you can't be no feeling no kind of way if I ordered one meal
Mm-hmm.
and it's not the meal you thought I was gonna order. You can't feel no type of way. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
really, if you think about it, because you picked the place.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I'm not ordering it to spite you. I'm ordering because that's what I like,
Yeah.
and that's me being real. But
Okay. On
you
some funny
know,
stuff, you know what I tell men? I said,
mm,
hey, if you take a woman out, um, let her order first. It's more than just you being courteous, but let her order first so that you know how much
about
you
the
got left in
Japanese.
the budget.
Listen, listen. My thing is this, Faith. If you gotta do all of that, right? We might as well have went to the park. I look. Stop playing. Stop playing.
Hey,
We need
hey,
to just go take a stroll and look at the stars or something. Do a picnic. Stop playing with me.
I do this guy. He took this woman out, right? And she ordered like a rack of lamb. Now a rack of lamb is expensive.
That's expensive.
Right. So when he ordered a rack of lamb, he said, hey, do you guys have the chicken?
Oh my gosh,
that,
that's not right.
that was all he had
Okay.
left.
No, that's not no, that's
Oh
not
god.
right. No, you see,
Yeah.
that's man. So
Yeah.
okay, I'm not going on a date if I'm on a budget. You
Yeah.
gotta budget the date
Of
right,
course you
yo.
do. Yeah.
You got, but let's go back a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you really, as a guy or
Yeah.
anybody,
Uh
if you ain't ready to date, why do it?
yeah.
That's the question, you know. And if ready to date means having a little more income or a little income to where I don't have to be worried in my brain about how much this meal gonna cost instead of trying to get to know this person,
Yeah.
that's an issue for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm not saying it's the issue because they don't have enough money. I'm saying it's the issue because this is on your mind versus you getting to know me.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. You know, for the back to the other lady, she wanted to test how masculine her man was, so that's why she did that. And I said, nah, mm-mm.
Oh,
I
yo.
said, you know what could you know what could have happened? I said that man could have gotten, God forbid, this man could have gotten violent. But then I said the best thing that man should have did was just left you alone. I mean,
Right. And I'll leave you right there. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not
yeah,
even gonna lie. You want to test me right before the wedding?
yeah,
This what we doing? Okay, then I will be pieces,
yeah,
deuces.
yeah,
Cause we ain't doing that. That's a major red flag for me. Right before the marriage, then I would have been like, okay, Casey, this is a sign from God. You
yeah,
don't need to be going into something you can't get out of right now. You
right,
know?
right,
I just feel like testing is, like, be honest, it's some form of insecurity.
Yeah.
And you should, if God gonna show it, God gonna show it. He's gonna show it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a once again, it's a dangerous game, right?
Hmm.
And it's not to be played with. But
No.
a lot of people do it, and that's a red flag. I think that's
Yep.
I mean, and it's one of the big ones. You know, if you're
Mhm.
testing me to see how far I go,
That's a
you
big
know
red flag for
that's
me.
a
You're
big red
right.
flag. Yeah, because you if you this let me tell you what a wise man told me. Wise man, he said, if you get with a woman who tests you in the beginning, she's gonna test you throughout the entire marriage.
Yes, that's my point.
That's
And
man
if
or
I
woman,
feel
you
like
know.
you're testing me,
Yeah,
I'm gonna look at you like some type. I'm gonna feel some type of way about you now. Like it's not gonna be the same. I'm telling you now.
yeah, yeah.
Testing is like you playing a game on me that I wasn't trying to play with you.
Right.
So we don't need to do the same. If this is your mentality, then we gotta go our separate ways. That's that. Okay.
Yeah. No, you're definitely right. It's it's definitely a dangerous game.
And
I
people
don't.
think that's okay, and people think that's cute. It's not at all.
Well,
Because
some people do it for
if they're
enjoyment.
gonna do what they want to do, they're gonna do it anyway, and that's what people don't realize.
Yeah. Well, I look. I told a woman straight up. I said it ain't gonna go how you think it's gonna go.
See, that's me. That's me.
And
It
then
ain't
I
gonna
had
go
a
how you
woman
think
say,
it's gonna go.
and then I had a woman say, "Well, that means he ain't a real man." Okay, all right, you'll see.
And then that's a red flag right there, yo. Right?
Yeah,
The stuff that they say out their mouth, red flag, red
right.
flag.
What she said right there was a red flag because I'm like,
Yeah.
really?
So that right there,
Because then I can say,
I'm telling
well,
you.
what? Right? Because then I can say, well, a real woman doesn't play games like that.
Thank you.
Want to play that game?
Thank you. See. And then that's something that's childish and kiddish, and you ain't got time for back and forth. Nobody ain't got time. Nah.
Right. Ain't nobody got
Nope.
time for all that. You know.
No. We got
Really?
time for happiness, love. Try and get to know each other and see where this lead. Like, stop playing.
Yeah. Okay. Is it safe to say that testing, although we're talking about how it could be a dangerous game, but testing is just something that may be just innate for a lot of people?
I think it's innate for a lot of, like Biana said,
Yeah.
insecure people
Yeah.
who don't. You cannot bring something from a past relationship to a new one and think you're gonna be okay, it's gonna be fine.
Right.
This person ain't the same person. You don't. You gotta let it happen for it for you to say, okay, now I'm not gonna deal with this. You
Right.
don't try force it to happen. A test to me is like you forcing something to happen.
Yes.
That didn't
Absolutely.
happen.
Yeah. Well, you said it earlier. You said is you're looking for something that may not be there, and you're not gonna like you're
Yes.
not gonna like what you're gonna find.
Yes. Exactly. Why start that? Why start that? That don't make sense.
Yeah, you're knocking on a door to a
That.
home that you don't want the answer. You
Uh-huh.
know.
Hello. And then now they're gonna be looking at you like, well, who's this person? Nah, I got like, where this come from? Like, and me, I'm gonna be looking at you like that, like, wait a minute, I got somebody that could be testing me.
Yeah.
I can't deal with this. I can't deal with this no more. Cause now I'm gonna be looking for a test, and then you keep testing me. I'm gonna give you what you're looking for.
Hmm. Yeah. I once met a guy. Now I'm not giving this a pass. Okay, when I say this, but I once met a guy who said that He said that he found out that his girl was trying to test if he would cheat, so he cheated.
I just mad, yo. Like, no, I ain't even mad. That's just ridiculous.
Yeah,
I
he
think to
cheated
me that
and
sound like he
blamed her
wanted to
for it.
cheat anyway,
Yeah, I mean, he cheated and he blamed her
cause he
for it.
wanted to.
Yeah, but why? But why? Okay, now, I'm not saying he's absolved from that because he still did a bad thing. But ladies, I suggest no lady ever test that.
So they're still together. Let me ask this.
No, they're not. They're not.
Okay, thank you. Because he knew that it was done. It was done from when she did that. Look, he gave us what she was looking for. That's what he did. That's what he did. Okay,
Yeah,
and I can't say I blame him. I blame him. I'm sorry. And that's why they ain't together because he know he don't want nothing like that.
yeah. I never want a woman to test that though. Don't ever do that. Don't ever test if a man's gonna cheat. Because
You can't make nobody stay with where they don't want to stay.
yeah, yeah,
You can't force that on nobody. You
right,
gotta be you and continue to be who you are. And if they don't see the beautiful you inside and out, then bye.
yeah,
And it's that easy. So people consider it's not that easy. All they want is how much respect you have for yourself, how much
right,
confidence you have in you
yeah,
to not no longer take nonsense.
yeah. That's bad.
But that was funny. But
Yeah, he said, yeah. She tested me, so I cheated. I'm like, nah, come
so
on,
well, you
bro.
know, look, no, I don't blame him. I said the same thing.
Yeah,
Don't do it.
yeah.
Don't do it. Because that to me saying, are you cheating too now? Like, why is you trying to test me if I'm cheating? Are you doing it too?
Now, Kay, that now. Here's the thing:
What?
the accusations is a red flag too. Right?
Thank you.
Like you're not doing it right. Like you're really not doing. You're generally not doing the thing
No,
that you're being accused of. But if you accuse me of it, then
now
I
listen.
may think, are you cheating? Is that why? So you trying to make
Now
yourself
listen.
feel
Now
good?
listen. Now listen. Now it could. I'm not gonna lie. I've did that before, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because and I accused them. I asked because if you're in a long distance relationship, right?
Oh,
What? What?
I'm scared of those. That's why I won't do them anymore.
Thank you. That's me too. So, but you see what I'm saying though? You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Okay, thanks. That's the only reason I would ask. I'm not gonna accuse, even though they think I was accusing.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I'm asking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You get things where you know a person and certain things don't add up, like the phone calls or the reaction to certain things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It can't be that dumb, like you don't know what's going on. Sure.
Well, Kay, cheating requires time. So this is what I think, right? There are a lot of signs.
Mm-hmm.
Even on a long distance level, cheating would require time. Also, you go by a person's habits. So
That too.
let's just say this long distance relationship you've had for like a year.
Mm-hmm.
You went from talking almost every day to once a week. That's a sign.
Yes,
Because
totally.
because if we were doing this for uh 10 months into the relationship and
Mm-hmm.
on month 12 now you don't hear from me anymore, that's a sign.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So even before we get to the question, that sign definitely it should give you like cause for pause, like, okay,
Yeah,
hold
and that's
on.
why I'm asking the question, because of the
How
sign.
right, how we go from talking all we talked all the time, and I'm not saying it got to be every day, but you know what I mean. We talk
Yeah,
so
I'm
much,
gonna ask.
and
I don't care. I'm gonna ask.
and then now I hear from you like once every few weeks. Like that's a big drop off.
And then it has to happen before I ask. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
ask you before it happens. But people like to do that too. Okay.
No, you're right. You're right. I listen. I once asked a woman. I said, how often do you see this guy and hear from this guy? She was like, pretty quite often, like almost, if we don't see each other every day, we definitely talk almost every day, even if for, it's a couple minutes at a time before goes to bed or comes out of work or whatever, but we talk. And then
Hmm.
I said, so, and you think that man is cheating?
Yeah, that's different.
You see what I'm saying? I'm like the math don't match with the habit. I said I can understand if you don't hear from him.
Yeah, that's different. Yeah,
And
I get what you're saying.
you know what? I do know a case of when something like that did happen, and the guy was talking to someone else because it was a drop off. They went from talking all the time to she barely heard from him. Right? She went weeks without speaking to him, and then he let her know, yeah, I started seeing someone else.
Mm.
And then I said, well, the sign was right there. You stop hearing from him. You used to hear from him, and you don't hear from him anymore, or like you used
Right.
to. I said patterns
So,
tell a story. You have to go
yeah,
by
they do.
patterns.
They do. Let me
Yeah,
ask you this: Did
yeah.
he tell her outright, or did she
Nope, he
ask?
did not tell her outright. She asked.
See, that's my issue right there. Like, yo, if you know this is what you're doing, just say it.
Yeah, yeah,
You just letting it go like that. That ain't right. That's just insensitive. But they have a lot of people that do that. She'll pick up on the signs. Like, really?
yeah. Well, I knew a man who lost his wife to infidelity, kind of like that. So it got to a point where she was coming home later. Uh, she was leaving sooner.
Mm.
Think about it.
Yeah, that's a big red flag.
Yeah, you're leaving sooner for work and you're coming back later when that's not what you
And
normally did.
what about the hygiene part, yo? Like when you
Mm.
taking showers and stuff.
What?
You gotta pick up on them things too.
Well, that's true. And then also, he got less bedroom activity because she would come home and be like, "Oh, I'm tired."
Mm,
You went from having intercourse in a marriage, right? We're talking about in a marriage. You went from having intercourse almost every day to not really having it at all.
yep.
That's a
What about
sign.
the what
That's your
about
wife.
the the guy not taking showers till the morning?
well, well,
That's no, don't even, cause
no,
yes,
no. I was saying it all goes by patterns. Like,
yeah, that's a big flag for me. Okay, that's what was yeah.
yeah. I mean, but like I said, it goes by patterns. If a wife is not used to her husband showering at a certain time like he used to, then she's gonna
Yeah,
pick up on it. She's gonna be like, wait a minute,
uh-huh.
you know?
Sure did.
Like I got another story for you. I got another story for you. This woman said, we're talking about a married couple, so there's nothing wrong here,
Mhm.
right? She said
Mhm.
she said that she always, like, when he came home from work, she would take a shower with him, right?
Mhm.
And it was not a problem until one time he said, "Nah, I'm gonna shower by myself." Or he
Ooh.
would shower in the guest bathroom,
What?
so he's no longer showering. Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
that's a big red flag. Sorry.
See,
Yep.
if that ain't something you normally do, and then you start
Oh, I
doing it,
had a bunch of them. Dude, trust me, I know.
you know that
Yeah,
it
but
that that's a red flag.
and then then when these red flags happen, you ask because you're concerned, because you like this ain't something ain't right.
Yeah.
You already know something ain't right.
Yeah.
Especially when you're in a relationship already.
Hmm.
You're locked in. Okay, you're locked in.
Yeah.
You're gonna ask. I'm gonna ask for sure.
Yeah.
What's up? And then when you start telling me some nonsense behind of it, it's like it even make you more, have that anxiety and be like, okay, what this don't make no sense. God, put two. Then you get yourself into the thinking. And these are things that I don't no longer have time for.
Yeah.
Cause the minute I gotta think too much,
Hmm.
it ain't no good.
Yeah.
It ain't no good.
Yeah. I think that's sad. When those habits occur like that. I think it's pretty sad, but there's a lot of relationships and marriages like that where the patterns just get so thrown off, and those are the signs. The signs is not when always you feel something and been no
Hmm.
change. It's usually when there's been a change, and then you're like, okay, something's not right here. I mean,
Right.
there's always something, and I think that's pretty sad. But you know what? When you're dealing with another person, and this is just the
Hmm.
reality, right? When you're dealing with another person, there's no guarantees.
Yeah, it's no guarantees. It
Yeah,
ain't. But you just gotta again.
but that's the kind of thing that scares people after they experience that, right? Because now it's, well, when I go on to the next one, what do I do? And then here comes the test.
Here
But
you go with this test.
here's the thing. Something, some, some, some
Jeez,
tests,
man,
some,
Tiff.
listen, some tests are reactive, not proactive, because of something that have happened in the past. People do that. I mean, we're not talking about me and you. We're just
That's
talking
like
in general. You know what I'm
intentional.
saying?
Like you intentionally test me. If a test happened just by it organically happening, that's different.
Hmm. Yeah, but
But don't do it intentional.
right, a new person. Always understand this, okay? A new person
It's gonna be organic.
is a clean slate, so they don't
Yeah.
know.
No. No. Don't do it. Don't start that mess. I'm telling you.
But I did have a ex girlfriend a long time ago.
Hmm.
Admit that she tested me in a certain area.
And what she is now, your ex, right?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yep. Definitely. Cause she kept playing the game. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
and that's not cool,
It's not
That's not.
cool. You know.
We
She.
grown peoples, right?
Yeah.
Is that was like elementary, middle
Yeah.
school, high school. I'm gonna even push it into college because
Yeah.
some people
Yeah.
forget it's in college, but nah, no. I
Yeah.
have two friends that met their husbands in from college, still together. You
Hmm.
got it's about these two people want. You know what the couple wants and striving for and compatible and the same things, same goals. So red flags
And
for
what do you
sure.
and what do you think when people like say something they shouldn't say, and then when you question them on it, they say, "Oh, I only said that because I was upset."
Um, it shouldn't say like what like something they can't take back type stuff. Like,
Possibly.
well, honestly, people need to stop because you said it because that's what you were feeling at the time, or
Right.
you felt it before and they didn't want to say it,
Right.
and that's just that.
Yeah.
Now, you might not have meant to say it in the argument because y'all were arguing,
Hmm.
but that's when things normally come out when you're mad or angry. Um, it's just like saying when people drink too much and they talk true.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And that's true. True. It's
Well,
the truth. Because
somebody. Yeah. Well, it depends on what you're giving a pass. You could give someone a pass for being hot and upset at the moment, and then you give someone for being a pass for being intoxicated at the moment. I mean, what gets more grace?
I
You know,
don't get nobody no pass.
some people do. Hey, look, I may have had a little
Listen,
extra. I
listen.
ain't mean to act like that.
If this is my thing, you intoxicated, right? So,
Mm-hmm. Inebriated.
sometimes, sometimes when you're not, maybe you could get a person intoxicated a pass more than the person sober. Because if you're sober, you know what you're talking. Okay? If you're not sober, you kind of don't know what you're, right? You know, you ain't incapacitated, you can't, you know.
What?
So
What?
maybe I give them a more little pass, but somewhere along the line, and there was the truth.
Yeah. 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 Do you ever heard someone say a drunk person speaks a sober mind?
Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. So
Yeah.
that's where it come back to me saying, "Who you give none of them passes because the foot is sober." Sure.
That's bad. I think all of that is bad, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I thank God I never get so tore up to where I do all of that. If I get so tore up, I sleep. I knocked out. I ain't doing all of that nonsense. So.
Well, how about this, Kay? I was around a woman, but I wasn't drinking because I don't drink, right? But I was around a woman. She was drinking, and she told me something nice while she was drunk. Now, I didn't know if that was the truth or not.
Hello. Come on now. Come on now. You serious, Fifth? No, for real.
I mean, she told me something nice while she was drunk. So then I was kind of like, okay, I don't know.
Half of the time, people. Okay, come on now, Fifth.
Well, see, that's
Half
why.
of the time,
That's
people.
why. That's why I said to her, well, let's see what you say tomorrow when you sober, because you might not even mean that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, stop. Was this somebody you were dating or somebody you was friends with? What? It depends on the situation.
Somebody I was friends with, and it surprised me because I was like, dang, I didn't know
Okay,
she
and
felt like this.
the next day, what happened? Please tell me.
She apologized, and
She was she was trying to get free ski. That's what I was.
she apologized and was like, man, I didn't realize all of that was going on.
See, and if you ain't realize all of that was going on, you had too much.
She was like, so and so had to tell me what I was doing.
Wow.
I'm like, see what I'm saying?
Yeah. That could get people in trouble too.
Yeah.
Serious, yeah. Serious. Ain't nothing. Yeah, you can like, yo. That's why you gotta watch how much it's putting on. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Lord have mercy, poor things.
But because I'm a gentleman, I didn't,
Of course.
I didn't
But
act.
that's my point. Some
Yeah.
people take advantage of that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I made a point. Now, I was like, now, if this would have been somebody else, they would have, acted on it because they're like, well, shoot.
Exactly.
But,
Let me
me,
get my thing in. Like, just saying.
right.
You know,
Right. Mm-mm-mm.
that's what people be thinking. I'm like, ew, let's go somewhere else.
Yeah.
But you gotta have. I don't know. My body will tell me when I had enough. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You cooking? What you doing?
Uh, uh, yeah. I'm like, I'm like heating up something before I get ready to go to work. So that's why. But yeah, I mean
That's
that.
a red flag. Let me stop.
But I think we do. I mean, we do a lot of things,
Mm.
a lot of things that and I'm speaking in general that we shouldn't do. That
Mm-hmm. We all do.
that goes too far, and
Right.
some depending on who the person is, depending on what you did, depending on the other person is, they're not always gonna have that grace. And you know what? I can't blame them.
Right.
I can't blame them because you know you never know because they may never know when the shoe is gonna drop. So now you've created an
Mm-hmm.
uneasy atmosphere,
Right. For no reason.
right?
For no reason.
And it goes to what you're saying. That's why you don't test,
Uh,
because you've become a red flag to that person,
uh-huh.
you know, and you're wondering why you're now being treated differently. Well, I mean, because you did that thing. Now,
Mm-hmm. You
now,
did that
now,
thing.
now there's this. There have been people who've been able to, recover from that and not make that mistake again.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not going to be everybody's results,
Right.
Not everybody's going to, forgive that like that. You
Mm-hmm.
talked about trust, right?
Yeah,
Right.
I am.
So when you're testing people, you kind of break that ability of
Mm-hmm.
all that time you were trying to do to earn their trust. Because trust is something that you're going to earn, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you could do something and then you done did it. Now they can't see past it.
That's right. That's
And
my point.
you can't get mad at them. If you did that on purpose, then I mean, hey, these are now the consequences. Now
Right.
you got to deal with it. You got to deal with it.
Yep.
That's the adulthood part of it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Cool. Um,
it is what it is.
either deal with it or I can't deal with it. I'm gonna tell you that. I can't. I can't do it
Hmm.
because it breaks trust. Period. For me. And if I can't trust you, it don't make sense. You know. And then respect too. You don't respect me enough to do what I say I'm gonna do, or at least let me mess up. Then you say something. Don't force me to mess up. Don't look for something.
I think trust is something that I think trust is something that can be very hard to rebuild.
Yeah, it can, especially when you mess it up.
Yeah,
The first go wrong, that's why I say it don't make sense. Why mess it up when you're building it? You know?
yeah. I mean, well, sometimes some people take things for granted.
Hmm.
I think people, I think, so I'm going to say this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I've met people that have this thing like, well, I messed up with that good person. I'll get another one. You think it's that easy?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. You think no? You think look,
It is not that easy.
that's like playing with God. Like
Yeah,
God
yeah.
brought you somebody good. You think he gonna keep doing it? You keep playing? Don't do it. Just be kind and good. Period. It's hard. You know, it shouldn't be hard when you have. I'm trying to see how to put it.
Hmm.
If you ain't no good and you just low down and just a horrible person.
Hmm.
That's just totally different.
Yeah.
That's like I don't know, but
Yeah.
you don't have no empathy. You gotta have empathy in there too. It has to have some type form of empathy for mankind. Period. In general,
Right.
you know.
Yeah. No, you're right. Let me get Ruthless Truth up in the conversation. What's up, brother? How you doing?
What up? What up? How you doing?
I'm good, man. Hey, my topic today, man. What's the biggest red flag people ignore when choosing a spouse? What do you think, brother?
Just choose the. If you choose a spouse, that's just a. You even thinking about getting or marrying that person or marrying a red flag is the flag, right? So, yeah. Anytime you consider someone for marriage,
Oh,
you're marrying a red flag. So that's. Ain't no bigger. They are the flag.
okay.
They are the flag. You know what I mean? So you're marrying a red
Mm,
flag, period, right? So there ain't no, oh, what's the biggest red flag? She's the flag herself. She stands on a mountain, right? Not a white flag, but a red flag. Marry me, and men do it. Men do it. So I think that is as long as you keep on placated to that ideology that you think marriage, you need marriage to make you great and marriage to make you happy. The divorce rates are the divorce rates, right? And women are saying, I'm taking my red flag ass out of here, and
mhm.
I see you. I'll go do this with somebody else, or I do be by myself. So yeah, that's the thing about marriage, right? You're risking. It's a high risk, low reward situation because when you get emotional connection involved, it is you're building your foundation on something that can be tainted at any moment by an
Mhm.
argument, via a disconnection in the direction y'all want the house to go in, whatever future y'all have, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And those things right there can create a hostile environment or conflict. So,
Mhm.
and the fact that we do understand, and I'm gonna say the last point, I just don't think women handle conflict well. I just think I don't think I think they have a problem with letting the past go. I think they like to win. I think their self love is their love language. So all that's red flags. Don't do it.
Don't get married, Fifth.
Jesus.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
My God. Man, I guess they don't call you Ruthless Truth for nothing, huh?
That's a ruthless opinion. That's why it is that. Ruthless opinion.
Ruthless opinion.
Yes.
So Ruthless. Okay, I'm not gonna comment what you said, but let's just put it like this: when you red flags are, you would admit that it could be a character trait, right? Like if someone doesn't have integrity, doesn't have honor, doesn't have respect, you could see those as red flags, right?
I mean, if you want to be delusional, yeah.
Really, that's being delusional. Okay,
Yeah,
so
because once again, there's no guarantees in this game, right? You're
uh huh.
gambling. This is
Hmm.
some gambling. Ain't no, oh, because she does all these things. No, you're marrying a red flag. Gambling is a very unstable way to go in with somebody, and that's the gamble you taking. So character has nothing to do with someone having or I would say disagreeing with things later on down the line and leaving you. That's it. Just right. It's just she don't agree with you anymore. Bye.
Well, what are some of the red flags people ignore when choosing a girlfriend, boyfriend? Can you speak to that?
Yeah, you same thing, right? You're going. You get. It don't change. You're dating a red flag. You know what I'm saying? You know
Hold on.
she has all these requirements, these expectations, these boundaries. She's pretty much putting you in prison, right? And saying, okay, you need to meet all these things, Negro. If you don't, I'm getting rid of your ass. And not so you are got to be a damn fool to think that you're going to be out here searching for love in a place where love is not valued at all, because them boundaries, expectations, standard will supersede the love that you're looking for. So therefore, anybody who lives on those principles is a walking red flag. Now, men fall in this category too. Ours just as many, just because our barrier to entry is very low. I mean, as long as she's beautiful
Thank you.
and pretty smile, we're pretty much in there, right? But
I'm crazy.
so women, they have
Thank you.
they have a lot more standards, a lot more expectations other than your looks. So that's where you're kind of signing up for her happiness, right? You're signing up. You're literally on a job interview that you're paying for, which is a
Yeah.
red flag in
What?
itself.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Oh God. Yo, I've never heard it put that way. You're signing up for a job interview that you're paying for. Wow.
Yeah,
Now,
because she's running the show, right? You're placating her. You're placating her happiness, right? Right? You're sitting there. That's why they don't approach you. They want you to approach so you can pay for that date, right? Then
Hey.
after you pay for the date, you better take them to the right place. For some women, you better not take them to Denny's or anything like that, right? They're blocking you. You're broke energy, right? So once again, right?
Who's broken? Wait, what going
I'm saying
on?
women.
What going on?
Yeah, there's
Hey.
women out here that if you take them to certain rest, let's say more than modern women, you take, hey baby, let's go, okay, and you pick them up and you take them to Denny's, they're getting the Uber out there. They're not staying there. Oh, I'm going to the bathroom and they're getting the Uber out the back door. So
What
women,
kind of
yes,
nonsense? Who doing that?
yes,
Hey,
a lot of
go
modern
ahead.
women.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. You got something to say?
I ain't got nothing to say of that nonsense.
Oh, what country you from, Kay?
I'm from the United States of America.
Okay, so you should know. So you should know that sexy red.
No, from the
All
Virgin
these,
Islands, the United States Virgin Islands.
but you look like you have a lot of culture in you from the Virgin Islands.
Yes. So you saying, Miss, what's your name? Ruthless
Ruthless.
Opinion. Listen here. So you saying all women are red flags? That's what you're saying?
I'm gonna
Because
say
that's
this.
what kind of sound like that to me.
I'm gonna say this.
Okay.
I believe all women want a provider at the end of the day. There are a few women that will settle if they're really ugly and are fat or something and don't have no,
What the heck?
they may chip in on a few bills. They might pay for a dinner, you know what I mean? But if they have any level of attraction, a bad bitch, she's not paying for a dime for her time, right? She's charging the guy for that. So yeah, I believe all women want a provider at the end of the day, but with the exception of the fat, ugly women, they're gonna have to maybe put out a little bit more.
So I got a question. Ruthless. I'm gonna call you ruthless. I ain't gonna put no additions to it. So you saying that a woman wanting a provider is a red flag? Yes,
Yes.
that's what you're saying.
I'm not saying that's a red flag.
We
She's
talking
a
about.
red flag.
I thought I was just talking about red flags. I asked you
Right.
if you think all women are red flags, and then you responded to this
Yes.
that
Yes.
stuff that you were saying, and
Yes.
then I was like,
The reason
so
this is
you
why
do think that all women that wants a provider are red flags?
yes, and the only reason I say the red flags is not because they want a provider, is because they don't like reciprocity. They don't reciprocate the sentiment, right? They're pretty much, I
All
believe,
women don't reciprocate.
yeah, I believe all women are very selfish, self-centered, self-love.
Ooh.
I believe all women think they're the prize and want to be treated like the prize. I think all women don't or feel like the equality in a relationship is important. They want a partnership, not a dictatorship. So therefore, they're challenging for position, power, so they could basically kind of want to take over the the
You
position
sound
of
like
power.
you're talking about feminist or some type of
Yeah,
feminine, you know,
yeah,
them
yeah,
women.
yeah. I think women don't want man's leadership at all.
Well, it sounds like
I
Ruthless.
don't believe that.
Well, Kay, it sounds like Ruthless may believe that most women are feminists.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. No,
I
all.
think all women have a
Let's
degree of
scratch out
feminism.
the most. Just put all, because that's
Yeah,
what he's
I said
saying. Okay.
A capital A capital L
Yeah, yeah,
capital L. Right.
yeah.
I
Okay.
just think certain women implicate degrees of it. So I would give you that. Like some of you guys might not be
You
as
can't
extreme
be
as other women.
switching up now. You can't
No,
switch up what
no,
you're
no, no.
saying.
Yes, yes,
You're
you know.
still feminists. You are still feminists, right? But there's degrees of feminism which y'all imply, and so some are more extreme than others, right? Some
Yeah,
implement it on a subtle level. They
yeah,
like make the guy think he's a leader, but really at the end of the day they won't control. Then
yeah.
some women ain't gonna let you know I'm the boss, right? So it's just the variance of how they imply the feminist ideology. But I
Hmm.
believe all women fall under that.
Mm.
Mm.
I listen to
What
this.
you think? What you think? Fifth. What you think about what he said?
Watch this, okay?
I
This is
curious.
this is what guarantees. This is what strengthens my argument. Men, women, the average woman who
Uh-huh.
goes on dates has probably only paid for maybe. So let's say she's been dating for 5 years, right?
Uh-huh.
She's probably paid for 2 meals, maybe three in a
Who?
5 years time.
Who?
The average woman who goes on dating, right? They're
Average
getting
woman or
paid.
all? Come on now.
What I'm saying, well, I'm talking about those because not all women are dating. Some are married.
They had to
Some
date
are just
before they
some are
got
just
married.
prostitutes. Some are just prostitutes. So I'm just talking about the ones who do indulge in dating, right?
Jesus, Lord.
The ones who indulge in dating, they very rarely, very rarely pay for the experience to be with that man, right? They're gonna indirectly, directly make that man pay for the experience.
Indirectly, directly. Indirectly, directly. I can't
That's what they
indirectly,
do,
directly somebody. I can't. I can't.
right?
Hey,
They go,
hey, you know,
You're
Kay?
funny.
You know
You're
what,
very
Kay?
funny.
You know what, Kay? You can't even get mad at Ruthless because
I
Ruthless is
can't
still
get.
because you know
I'm
what it
not
is?
mad.
Because I'm not saying you are, but like in general, because Ruthless is still saying it, but he's not being like nasty and disrespectful
No, he's
to
not.
you know what I
So that's
mean?
why I'm laughing.
Right. He's
So
saying it, but he's speaking it with like a level of decorum at the same time. you
yes,
know?
and then I'm just taking it in like, you're so funny.
so
Ruthless. I haven't thought about this. Right? You
mm,
said that women who've been, let's say, dating within the last 5 years, right? If they've been going on dates actively in the last 5 years, that the average woman of that lifestyle has probably only paid for 2 meals. Now, Ruthless.
maybe,
Let's
maybe.
just say that's true, right?
This would.
I
Okay,
said
Okay.
maybe.
maybe. Okay, maybe. Let's do the maybe, right? They
Mm.
maybe have paid two. They maybe have
If
paid
she a
none.
bad bitch, if she
Uh,
bad bitch, she type
right,
zero.
right, right, right. Be careful with the B word, okay? Because it's
Yes.
TikTok.
Okay.
But if she's a baddie, right? Let's use
Yeah,
baddie.
baddie.
So
Baddie.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Ruthless, a baddie ain't
Mm.
paying for no date.
Not a date. Not a
Look,
date.
listen, Ruthless. If a baddie gotta split the check and go Dutch on
Oh,
a
yeah,
date,
she's
oh,
with the
that's
Uber.
it.
Yeah, she's look. She goes, excuse me, can I go to the bathroom? I'll be right back. And then the Uber's gonna be waiting on her back.
Well, she ain't nobody then. Wait,
And
what
she
we
don't
talking
care.
about here?
I'm just saying that's how it is,
Then
right? She's
she's
a,
not considered a baddie to me if she dip in the date. Okay?
hey, hey, she don't
How
care.
about
She's
that?
out of there.
How about that?
She's out of there. She's out of there like swimwear. So it is what it is, right? The women, the
No, what I'm
baddies.
saying is if she's such a baddie, then she shouldn't have to be dipping nowhere. That man should still be paying for it regardless. That's where I'm
Ooh.
Well,
coming from.
Uh oh,
well,
Ruthless.
sometimes, yeah, yeah. Sometimes
Oh,
some
okay.
men, want to get. Sometimes the men want to get a little balls and say, "Hey, would you like to split the bill?" It's the risk he's taking because he just kind of feels used, and that's when the disappearing act comes alive.
Oh wow.
Mm.
So you really think so you telling me that a baddie, you gonna ask a baddie to pay for a meal?
I'm gonna do what?
You would ask a baddie that you dated to pay for her meal.
Uh, no, I don't do that
Okay, well, okay, well then what we talking about?
because, because I don't date baddies.
So
We
what are
get to the
you
point.
talking about? You talking about other
We,
people?
I'm talking about in general, right? I was speaking
He's
in
talking in
general.
general.
I
See,
deal
that's the
with
thing.
baddies.
That's my issue with talking about in generals.
Yeah,
You
but
can't talk about in generals when you
Yes, I
ain't had the
can. Yes, I
experience.
can. Yes, I
but
Why?
can.
Because of somebody else
No,
experience?
listen. All my homeboys who date baddie, I'm there. They tell me all this. I'm there. I watch it. I see it.
That's what I
Women are,
said.
and
Somebody
I
else
got. Listen. Now
experience.
let me say this. I deal with a lot of baddies. I have a lot of baddie girls I deal with, but I don't date them because I think dating is stupid. I just get to the point. Like we're gonna be together. Yeah. We, like we touch for dinner.
Okay, okay,
Why we gotta go to
okay.
dinner? Why do we gotta go to dinner to figure out if we want each other? I want you. You want what's good, right? You're not gonna waste my
Wait,
time.
wait. So you jumping in a relationship? That's wait.
No,
I'm
no, 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 no,
confused.
no.
he didn't say
I'm jumping.
relationship.
I'm jumping to
So
the
what is it
point.
gonna be called?
It's going to become an experience that neither one of us will ever forget.
Okay, buddy. Yes. Mm,
It'll be long
Boy.
lasting memories.
okay.
Long lasting memories. Yes.
Mm,
A
mm, mm.
situation. That's what I was. A
Mm-hmm.
situation ship. Okay.
No, 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 no. It's no, 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 no,
Situations,
no. It's a
they
relationship.
arise.
It is the.
Hey,
It is the.
hey.
Realize, but
It is.
you gotta be
Gotta
smart
be smart
about it.
about it.
It
Hmm.
is. And let me tell y'all this, right? This is the evolution of men and women, right? In the
Here he go.
because we're living in an era of prostitution, no doubt. Um, you're in the next 5 years. I'm gonna say 3 to 5, maybe sooner. I'm gonna say 2 to 3 years. Your pickup line will no longer be how are you. It's how much are you? How much does it cost
Oh
to
my
Is
be with
that
me?
god.
now, shoe? Ain't it?
I'm serious. I'm serious. This is what the women are. But the women are dictating this because
Woo.
the women are requiring.
Oh, here you go again.
Listen, you got women on here talking about one girl's. There's several women talking about you need to be making 50,000 a month to date me or to be with me,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I've
So the
heard that.
women are right.
Okay, but is she 50,000 a month material?
She thinks she is.
It
She
doesn't
thinks she
matter.
is. Yeah.
It does. What she's doing is okay. Is she's taking all the money she makes from like guys who pay for her beauty, her presence, and she's valuing herself at that market price. And she's saying to a man, if you want to come and try to get a relationship or something with me or deal with me, this is the price that some women are 20K, some 50K. One woman said, "Dude, got to make 100 million a year." So I do understand this is delusional, but some women are out here pushing this rhetoric, right? And then you got the rappers, right? The rapping women who are saying brokies, right? We don't deal with brokies. You got Megan Thee Stallion. You got all these. What's that? Spin that shit. Spin that shit, right? So bottom line is, women are telling men, we don't even
Mm.
want the good man no more or the bad man. We want a trick. Women want tricks now. I want a
Mm.
trick. I want a nigga trick on me. And that's what
Yeah.
women are evolving to that. So in the next 2 years, I'm gonna say 2 years. I'm gonna stretch it, might be a year and a half, but 2 years, right?
He said,
You
yeah.
walk up to a woman and you want a date, you want to interact with her, you're gonna ask her what bill you need to get paid or how much you charging.
Wow, this is nonsense.
Wow. Bruh.
But you
So
could have a point.
I just have a question. Because now Kay, I am gonna agree not to like the
Yeah.
all not to the all part, but
Okay, thank you.
but but the,
Appreciate you for
but
that.
but the culture, yes. Ruthless, I do agree that's the culture that's being pushed. Absolutely. Because I have encountered, not all, but I have encountered women, and
Listen,
it made me have to back up where I met them, and one of the first things they was asking was how they asked me how much I made a year, a month, and I'm like, dang, I just met you. Like, what we doing? And she
you
was
get
like,
quite a few of them on this panel that will be asking that too.
yeah. Well, because I had a woman say, well, I just want to know if you're a provider or not. You know, so she went straight for the income question, not what I do, but
I
how much
see
I make.
why Rootless saying what he's saying.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I
it
mean,
is.
No,
but Ruthless is talking about. Ruthless is also talking about the culture that's being pushed. So, because he's
it's
saying,
the ways that's being pushed, not the culture.
well, it creates a culture if we now have generations of it. So I mean, when you think about it, this is what he's saying. He's saying that the culture is on both sides. He's saying that there's a culture that's raising men to trick off, and and and
Mm.
and the women to be to exceed the tricking. So I understand where he's going with that.
And that
Now,
is the evolution of dating, right? We're getting away from
You know where that fall
tradition.
back on, right?
Will no longer be traditional. We will be. Women are dictating play. They are saying this is what we want. Men are placating to that, right? Because men, they're still looking for love with women. They really want to be with the woman, but the women are saying, "Okay, you really want to be with me, boo? You really want this, boo? Yeah. You
yeah,
need to trick on me, make me feel bad, feel good about giving you a chance, and they might not even give you no box, right? They might not, right? It might. That's not even a guarantee, right? Because women, because there's a large part of men out here that's paying money for no commitment, no smacks, nothing. They just want her to come around and look good. So women are moving to when it comes to economical market on the economic level, they are moving to I am a product. I don't care about you thinking I'm a human. I don't care about you thinking I'm funny. None of that. If you think I'm funny,
Mm.
show me the money, right? And that's how
mm.
women are kind of putting themselves in. They love money. They don't love the man. They love money.
Mm.
If you think I'm funny, show me the money.
Yeah.
Mm. Well, I ain't showing you nothing.
Mm.
That's why women don't approach, because they're letting you know is if you approach me, if you come up here talking about, oh, let me get to know you, you're wasting their time, and time is
Well,
money.
on to the next.
Well, do we want women to approach Ruthless?
Yes, yes, you want some. Only
I'm
for this reason,
sorry.
right? Just to your point, I'm not. Back in the day, no, right? Like let's say the '80s, the night, no. We
Right.
wanted to be the one. We like to hunt, but
Yeah.
in 2026, yes, because men are tired of being used and their hearts broken because
I see what you're
they're
saying.
right. They're approaching a woman thinking, "Oh, if I do this, that, I'm going to get a good product." But the women that they're approaching are leveraging that approach against them and say, "Okay, you really like me, pay my bills. Oh, you really like me, take me to Roof Chris." Right? And that's what men are saying. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's why men aren't approaching no more like that because they don't want to be. They don't want to be tricked back into spending all their money. They don't want to do it no more.
Well, well,
We're delusional. We're
well,
delusional.
Ruthless. Let me say this, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna name his name because because I know it from the YouTube game. Darwin McPherson, aka
Oh, that's my
Bruiser.
boy. That's
Right?
my boy.
Exactly. I know. That's why I mentioned him. He had a woman on his panel yesterday, his TikTok panel, say, "Well, if you want," it wasn't his question, but it was a guy on the panel that she was talking to, right? About approach. He said something similar to what you said. She said, "Well, if you want us women to start approaching, then don't ask us about submission." What do you say to that?
Really?
Yeah, yeah. She wants to be. She gonna come in like a boss.
Yeah, well, because she's saying if you want me to approach you like you're supposed to approach me, then You better be submitting to me because I've become the man in that role. That's what she said.
Yeah, and then she did say that, and she meant that.
Oh, of course she meant that.
But now, even if you approach first, she's still not submitting to you.
Facts.
Eventually, she's going to want to run a relationship anyway. So this is the this is the gender war, right? This is the gender war, right? The men are trying to get their power back. We trying to get our swag back, but the women are not letting us have it. Like, you paying my bills, and you better not like another woman's picture, and you better not take too long to call me back, and you better not be hanging out with your friends too much. You need
That sounds like control.
The moment you try to check her about her eyelashes and the BBL, she's leaving you.
Well, wait.
Who can check me, boo?
You checking her about her BBL and her eyelashes. You should have did that before y'all start dating.
No. Here's the thing, right? The moment the man tries, see, women, they want the control, but they don't want the man to control them. The moment that man comes in and say anything to her lifestyle and try to change it, she's going to tell him, who can check me, boo?
Yeah.
I got what you want, another dude will.
That's so much more.
What you want, another dude will. She got 10 guys lined up outside her door with their resources, their hearts.
And see, that right there in itself, what you just said, is not good.
I know it's not, but it's their leverage. It's what they leverage against the man to get what they want. And that's how they.
Now,
that's how
as
they can
men, what y'all?
Go ahead.
As men, would y'all still want to date something like that? Like,
yes. Men are love. That not my boo. Not my boo.
Not your boo, right?
Not my queen. Don't talk about my queen like
That's
that.
my point. Oh, your queen? That's your queen? That's the type of queen you want, date?
That's what I'm saying, Clay. That's
what you saying?
I'm speaking, not me. That's not me. I'm speaking for the men out here. That's how they look at it. Hey, my queen.
Okay.
You know what I mean? My queen wants the world. I'm gonna give her the world.
Okay. With 10 other men right ready for her.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was just responding to you how they would respond, right?
10 kings, 11 kings.
Yes.
And you are one queen.
She got 11 slaves. And she's the queen king. She's the queen king.
That sounds so sad.
Right? You got, man, women out here running the hey man, these women are running the muck right now. I ain't gonna lie to you. They're running the muck.
Muck.
You got dudes talking about, oh, I love her. I said she doesn't even like you like that. She will one day.
Oh man. She will one day is nasty.
No.
Yes.
Wait. And how will she one day?
He gonna keep paying her bills.
The money?
He gonna keep paying for her kids from another dude.
Okay.
He gonna still be taking out to dinner in hopes of one day she gonna love him.
Okay.
She gonna love me one day.
Well, you never know. She just might.
Yeah, while she got her side piece on the side.
Yeah, funny.
Right? Let me tell you
Side
this.
pieces. Don't forget.
Yeah.
I don't think women could ever fall in love with a man because she loves herself too much.
I don't believe that.
I think self-love.
I don't believe.
I think women are pushing self-love and above.
Well, okay, all right.
I don't believe it. So that's your opinion right there.
Well,
you know what? All of it's your opinions.
You don't believe that women believe in self-love in 2026?
No, I didn't say that part. I said I don't believe that women can't love a man.
She can't because she loves herself.
Oh God. You can love yourself and love a man.
No, you can't.
Man, look,
Because look,
ruthless.
and let me prove it to you. And
You
this is
about to
why,
prove this to me?
He about to prove it
yes,
to you. Come on, Kay.
I'm
He
gonna
about to
prove it to
prove it
you.
to you.
I'm gonna prove it to you, Kay.
Okay.
Women love
Let me
themselves and
mute.
their
Let me
love.
mute. Let me mute. Let me mute.
Okay. Women love themselves and their love is tied to the way they feel, which is their emotions.
Mm.
The moment those emotions and the way she feels compromised, that man is dead to her.
Mm.
So she never actually truly loves him. That's why the love that she thinks she gave him was with conditions.
Yeah.
And those conditions are the boundaries, expectations, and standards which supersede love. She would commit emotional suicide to get her way. She will blow up the house, everything y'all built, to get her way. She can't have her way. So she will always prioritize what makes her feel good over what makes him feel good. That's why y'all don't want us to have multiple women, right? Because y'all want us to suffer. Y'all want us to suffer and look at you all day. So that's why she would never ever truly love the man, because if she really did, y'all would let us have multiple women and you would still be there for us.
What kind of nonsense you talking here?
Exactly. Exactly. That's my point.
No,
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 Oh my
you didn't make
god.
no point. Sorry,
yes, I did.
because it's nonsense,
Now,
nonsense, pure
okay.
nonsense.
Okay. Now let's go to the women's side. Let's go to the women's
Wait,
side.
wait, wait, wait. You was talking about the women's side.
Now I'm talking about the man's
Oh,
side.
we talking about the man, women, the man, woman.
Yeah,
That's what you're
yeah,
talking about
yeah,
now.
yeah.
I'm gonna talk. Well, I'm sorry. I'll take that back. Let me talk about the man's side now.
Let me mute.
Okay.
Let me mute.
Okay. So the man get the woman. She's charging him a lot of money to be with her. To get that exclusivity, he has to pay for it. She's charging him for her loyalty. She's charging him for her time. She's charging him for exclusivity. If he don't pay, she'll leave. If a woman, if he does not meet the economic standards for her to be comfortable and to live in her truth and to live in her divine feminine, she's going to, let's say she stayed for a little while, she's gonna belittle this dude. You're broke. Every time an argument ensues, shut your broke ass up. So we have to understand that the man is paying a lot of money for a woman. So therefore, she's not loving him. She's loving what he's doing for her. Period. And he has to listen to her. And he has to be emotionally intelligent. So not only does he have to pay the bills, he has to listen to her and validate the hell out of her. She don't want no solution from this dude. She's not with him for solutions. She's with him for validation. And if he does not validate, if he does not validate, he's going to be outdated. Period. I don't care how much money he got. I don't care how good he looks. Because if she doesn't feel good anymore and he doesn't make her feel good, she will destroy everything and walk away and take the kids. So men, we pay for you. So it's how can that be love when that comes with a price?
Somebody did that to you.
No. But I just say that's how it goes. But
Not
I pay
all,
for a lot
not
of
all
dates.
the time though. Not all the time.
I pay for a lot of dates. I met every woman that I ever in a relationship with. I paid for everything. I paid for everything. Like it was a no-brainer, right? I paid for everything. So it just comes with the territory. But women
Well,
are
I
now
could,
go
well,
ahead.
I could say, I paid for the majority of it too. But what's that gonna do? Like, I think it depends on the individual. Period. This generation, of course, we all know every generation is different from the last. This generation is, I feel like it was more younger people having kids. So when you ain't grow up with the mindset of too much knowledge on how to deal with certain things and situations and relationships and love and respect and everything that comes with it properly, you're not gonna instill that in your kids.
You don't still have your kids when they got Instagram, TikTok,
That's
Facebook.
my point. As it got this social media too is also instilling things in their mind, different things, and it's just
No,
you
Instagram is
just
not. Instagram is just a tool. The person builds their life through Instagram, right? So if your daughter,
no,
she
I
sees,
can't say right. Like I can't say
she,
right because I don't
you
look at
know,
Instagram or no social media and say this is my life. This is how I want my life. That's not where my mindset at. It again. If you growing up, you are a teenager and now you have TikTok and all of this stuff, and they have different things on there telling you how to be in a relationship, how to treat a man, how you shouldn't do this, how you shouldn't not. They're looking at this stuff. So they think, okay, that's how you should be.
right, this is
Then
how
you
I should
get,
be treated. This is what I deserve.
yeah,
I deserve that Gucci bag. I deserve that
yeah.
Birkin bag. I
So
deserve
that's
that
to me
that
where,
mansion.
yep,
I deserve that. That's the way the women are looking at it, right?
right.
And they're saying, okay, if I'm going to get a man, he's going to either have to have the ambitious attitude to try to get me all that.
Hmm.
Because I don't think women really like rich men like that, right? You know what I mean? Like rich man, she kind of gets bored of him too easy. She like ambitious men, like scammers, small dealers, right? That's more, right? That's more of a, you know what I mean? That's more of an antidote. That's like more hype. You know what I'm saying? That's more. It
Listen,
it,
they
it, it
all
it turns her
day,
on more.
That's
they all day. Cause I
that's
ain't
the
gonna lie, I
thrill.
got I got trapped one time. Okay, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
That's the
Really?
realness in me. That's the realness in me. Okay, I don't
Mm,
have to sugarcoat nothing.
Yeah.
But one
mm.
time, that's it. You go
Yeah,
through
one
things
time
in
too many,
life.
right?
You go through things in life, and you learn. You live and you learn. That's all
No,
I
Yep.
gotta say. Like
no,
you
no,
live and
no.
you
This is
learn.
a new sentiment. Here's the new sentiment. 2026. Let me update you. You live and you earn.
Well, you live on your own and you learn. And I one soup. But yeah, it's true. That's some mess right there. But you got you
Listen,
gotta look at things like that and be like, okay,
if
I
you walk in
see.
there,
Sometimes people like you. Sometimes people wear their heart on the sleeves. Sometimes they, do things, you know, out of the kindness of your heart, and then it's like, okay, but you can't let like things like that change who you are as a person. You think that's gonna change me from who I am as a person? No,
but I
I
mean,
gonna have more discernment
Kay, I'm
about
gonna.
what I do.
Kay, are you married, Kay?
No, I recently got a divorce.
Oh, my apologies. I would say that it's just we're living in an era where people love money, and money is a tool that is so desirable. It makes them feel like they're somebody, right? No woman wants. Women do not no longer want to be tied to a man to be perceived as valuable. They want their own value separate from the man while they're with that man. You know what I mean? And so it's very, how you say, it's very a self-centered society right now. The
Yes.
women running it, they're leading the charge. Um, and I mean, I don't see, I really don't see a problem with it. I don't have I'm not really complaining about it. Doesn't matter to me because I'm gonna get what I want out the deal. But I think a lot of men are very outdated, right? They have outdated views of, I want, nuclear family. The nuclear family, we're going to build a community, and the community can become a village, and a village can raise the kids. You dumb motherfuckers. How does that work when everybody was cheating on everybody and sneaking and having sex with everybody's wife, and the guy was raising kids that wasn't even his. So I think that's another delusional trait of men to think that the community is the way, because typically people in community, right,
Well, you
don't get
can't say
along.
that. I don't agree with that because it do take a village to raise kids. I have a village in my team, my family. So with I don't know what dynamics you're talking about, but I have my aunt, let's say for instance me, my aunt, she was 19 years old when she was watching over me and my twin sister. Okay, so she helped raised us. My parents was there until my mom died when I was 10, but she continued to raise us, and she helping me with my kids too. When I go to work, she helps me. My uncle helps me. So it does take my sister help raise me at 15 years old. It does take a village, especially when you're in a situation where my mom died when I was 10.
And you know
Well,
what broke the village up? Maury Povich when he came on talking about you're not the father. So that's what killed the village.
What the heck is you talking about?
You don't know how, do you know that 40% of men are raising kids that's not even theirs, that
But that,
they think that they're their kids?
I said, not everybody is that way. You
No,
need to, wait. You you need to kind of understand that all is not should this should not be in your in your vocabulary. It should
so
not.
well,
so this is what I'm saying, right? You're missing something.
What
See,
am I
Kay,
missing?
what you're underestimating the power of temptation, right? People
mm,
What?
fall, men and women
look,
fall weak, and this is how you get all these. Like, so let's say you have a village, right? Back in the day, the man was creeping with the other dude's wife while he was at work. The milkman used to come and get some, right? It used to be, yeah, it used to be. It was going on back then, right? It just, it just now we can see it more, right? So the village you talk about, everybody
Mm.
was sneaking and creeping with everybody's wives and all that kind of stuff, right?
Well, you
So
know
the
what?
village,
I was a child, so I wouldn't know.
exactly. That because they did it when you were
Shoot,
asleep,
I
Kay.
would not know.
They wait till
Shoot.
you went to sleep or at school, Kay.
Well, they went and did that when I went to sleep. I went to school. That's just how it is. That's
You
life.
and,
oh my
that,
God.
and that's how we're delusional, right? Right?
I
Yeah.
am not.
If
Listen.
we think because when we were kids, right? Oh, we saw mom and dad. They was always smiling and all that. They didn't tell you what they did when you went to school. They didn't tell you
I already
what they did.
listen,
They didn't tell you. You
listen.
can't know everything.
It still took a village. That's the point to raise the kids. So what
The
we
village,
talking about?
the village. What I'm saying is the village. Everybody was creeping with everybody, going behind the other's back,
You
having
you going
sex.
through you going through something else, yo.
Hey,
You going through
hey,
Telling you.
something
K,
else.
K, K, K. You
Hmm?
ever seen the movie Soul? You ever seen the movie Soul Food?
Yes, yes.
You remember that scene where Aunt Terry was like, she said, "What about family? The family f my husband."
Yes, I remember. I remember. I
So that's
remember.
basically what Ruthless is saying. He's saying the
Okay,
village
I get
is.
that. But 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 okay, but I get that. That's not the point I'm trying to make, man. He made his point. He
Tell
made
me the
his
village.
point.
Go ahead and tell me the village again.
I
I'm
done
listening.
already tell it. I already tell it. I ain't telling it again.
No,
Replay
I
it.
said sell it because I'm not believing it. Because I think the more you bring people together, the more everybody's going to want to sneak. Because you might have a fine wife, and my
And
wife might
sneak
not be
peek and
fine.
everything, huh? That's all you thinking about is
I'm
sneaking
just telling you,
and
this is how it
creeping.
goes. Listen, everybody cheats already. What are we talking about? The number
Dang,
one.
Yeah,
everybody?
Hold
that's
on.
what you talking about.
Okay,
That's
okay,
what you
okay,
talking about.
Dang,
okay,
That's what
everybody
you talking
Ruthless?
about.
okay, okay. You know who's the most
Well,
one of the most you know who's one of the most desired men on earth?
what?
A married man. He gets more women than a single man in law by large. Married man
Now,
has to have
That's
K,
sad.
I gotta
he-
agree with that,
I could
K.
no.
believe that. I could believe it. No,
Yeah,
I
so
agree with
yeah.
it too. I agree with
so
it too.
so if you think imagine you got a village, you know how many women gonna
You stupid.
desire that married man over there with that ring on his
Uh-uh.
finger, going to work
Okay,
every
but
day?
I was not talking about that part. You
I'm just
talking
saying
about that part.
no, what I'm telling you is the problem with the village.
Jeez,
That,
bread.
hey, I'm just trying to break it down. The problem of a village,
You broke it down real well.
if you get a village together, you bring a community back, then you're just going to listen. People are individualized more than ever, and they're still cheating. So if you bring a village back where it's more convenient, it's gonna.
It's just convenient for everybody. Just bring the married men on. Just get married.
hey, hey, hey! I'm just saying, if you make it more convenient, well, I don't have to go to the next city to get some. Now I can just go across the street.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go to the next bedroom. Go to the next bedroom. Right?
Oh my
Silly.
God.
That's why I think the theory. Listen, I don't want no village. I don't want no community. I got me a beautiful woman.
You
and a
want to be
kid.
solo.
I want, yeah. I want to get away, far away from
Right.
everybody. I don't want around my homies. I don't want around my
Right.
family.
You know what? I
They
could
was-
agree. I could agree with that. I can.
Listen, Kay, I'm trying to move to the
You're right.
wilderness. I want to move to the wilderness and put up a big old fence.
Hey, Kay, he want to live off the grid. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Go to Alaska.
I'm telling you, that's the only way you're gonna have a chance in 2026. You got to move to Montana.
Montana,
Montana.
Idaho.
Idaho.
Oh
You
my
gotta have
God.
a- yeah, and then, you got to put, and then you got to put a fence around it with cameras so that anybody come through that.
With electricity too.
Yes.
So you gotta zap them up.
Electric fence, barbed wire.
That's the
Oh
only
my
way.
God.
That's the only way you're gonna have a chance at
At
nobody
life, huh?
doing something crazy with your wife, or your wife doing something crazy.
This
Man,
is craziness. That's sad.
I'm telling you.
it's it's bad out here, Kay.
Yeah, like this is
You,
terrible.
you hear what Ruthless is saying? He's saying it's bad out here.
These
That's what
women,
I heard. I heard him.
listen, these women got
That's why
rosters
he
now.
ain't get no relationship. That's why.
Hell no, I'm not stupid. I'm not
He said,
stupid.
I'm not stupid.
Now we can have smacks and enjoy each other like once every other week or
It's 10 on
something.
pump 9.
You know what I mean? But we can't be.
Is it
That
enough?
chick ain't
Just
moving in
one.
with me. She talking about,
Ooh.
let me move in with you. I'm blocking her. Ain't nobody moving in with me. We see each other.
Thank
You
you.
keep your house, I'm gonna keep my house, and we see each other on the weekends. Every other weekend, matter of fact, to be exact.
Well, you know,
Because I got-
Ruthless, real quick. You know the actress Cheryl Lee Ralph
I think I remember her.
from she's on that show. She was on Moesha, but right now she's
Oh
on
yeah.
Abbott Elementary, right?
Okay.
She said that in her current marriage to her current husband right now, that they don't live together. They got separate houses, but they're
That's
happily
perfect.
married.
That's perfect. That's perfect. Yeah. Because I don't want, if you're around me too much, we're gonna hate each other.
Wow.
See, that's not even right. Like that don't all of that sound right to me. It's just ridiculous right now. And I'm going
Dang,
to say
Kay.
bye on that note. Bye.
Thank you, Kay. Thank you,
Thank you,
Kay.
Kay.
I appreciate you guys. I gotta go.
Oh man, this is
See,
I
funny.
love the conversation today. That was it was
yeah,
fun.
maybe we enlighten you a little
Don't
bit.
start. Don't start. Don't start.
Enlighten you a little bit, bring you up to date.
Yeah.
It brought me up to date, all right, with other women, about other women.
Oh. Well, you know
Well,
what? He gave you credit because he said you from the island. So he
Oh,
said,
he gave me credit? When
yeah,
was this? Because
yeah,
I ain't hear none of it.
You're from the island, got a little more delusional, so I gave you a little more credit.
Oh, a little more delusional, delulu. I like that. I like that. So you know not to mess with delulus.
Okay. So yeah, that's why I gave you a little more credit, a little more delusional. So it's
No,
all good,
don't
though,
test
right?
the delulu either. So just don't do that either. Don't test them. Because there might be worse than the all women that's out there.
Hey,
Yeah,
K, remember the topic was red flags, right?
Yes, I'm telling you, that's
Did,
that.
did,
The delulu
hey,
ones is the red flag.
hey,
Okay,
I'm
hey, you
sure.
hear,
I'm
you hear,
sure you. I'm sure you heard plenty today.
hey,
yes, plenty.
you
From
still, you still,
rootless truth. Oh my God, I say your name right.
yes. Hey, you see, she's still trying to sell that hope, and hope is like dope.
Mm, mm, mm. You dope? That's what you saying?
Hope is like
Hope.
dope.
He said. He said they selling hope, but hope is like dope.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying you was dope.
No,
Oh my
no.
god.
Yeah. There's good women out here. Pretty good women out here. Go get yours. Yeah. Sell that hope. It'd be like dope.
Nah.
Hey, Ruthless. What if you get with a woman who's naive? Does that help?
Hell no, because now she doesn't have experience. So now if I when I leave the house, I gotta kind of take her with me because I can't leave you to think for yourself. No, that's too much. That's too much stress.
See, I told you
Dude,
it's too much. You don't want to listen.
yeah, dude got game. Dude got game. You know what I'm saying? So
well,
and then dude like
well,
to quick.
well, Ruthless. What do you do if they don't know anything, and then some of them know too much? Where's the middle ground? Is there a
Wait,
middle ground?
wait. So you get with somebody that don't know jack patooties? Like, wait. How y'all
Well,
have a conversation?
I'm I'm being a little cynical, but
I'm
no,
being cynical too.
but remember, Ruthless said you get with the ones who know too much, and then you got the ones who don't know much at all. Is there a middle
Mm.
ground? Is there something in the middle?
It's all a red flag, sir.
It's all a red flag. There it is. It's all a red flag.
And let me say this.
And
Women,
you is the exception of the rule, huh?
the women
No
are the
red
weaker
flags.
vessels. They're the weaker vessels who think they're the stronger vessels. They think they're stronger than us mentally, psychologically, but they're really weaker than us psychologically and emotionally, right?
Mm.
But they're delusional to think that, oh yeah, I don't need a man. I can figure this all out. Or the women who play naive, oh, I don't know much. I didn't know he was trying to hit on me, even though he touched my butt a couple times, and maybe he paid my phone
No
bill. Oh
way.
yeah, you
No
think,
way.
or he bought me a drink at the bar, baby.
That's a dumb. That's what I is.
Oh man. What Ruthless? Do you think? Do you think?
She probably really didn't feel you touching on her with the BBL because you know when you're anesthesia and all of that other shit, you can't,
It,
you have no feeling no more. So I don't know.
it was numb. It was numb.
Yep.
From all
What
that
you say
filling.
about that? What you say about that?
I couldn't hear you. I was
Ruthless.
on the phone call. What'd she say?
She said she probably couldn't feel nobody touching her
The
BBL because it's
feeling.
probably numb. All that surgery.
Yeah. So
She
she
don't
probably was telling the truth. So what we saying about that day?
about the BBL.
No.
Oh
I
Well,
didn't
it was
understand that.
nice talking to you guys.
man. All
I
right,
appreciate
Kay.
it.
You have a good
Have a
day,
good
Kay.
day.
All
Have a
right, I'll
good
see you
day,
again.
Rootless. Bye. See you.
Bye, Kay. Yeah, Kay was cool. I like that she did have the conversation. Um, yeah, I like that. But yeah, the bottom line is,
Yeah.
women are no longer valuable long-term investments. They're just not. Too much emotional instability, too much ego centric, too much. Oh, they overlove themselves, which makes them overvalue themselves. So it's like,
Mm,
what do you get yourself into, right? Happy wife, happy life, and who wants to live like that?
mm.
Who wants to live
You
like
know,
that? You her slave, huh?
Ruthless. Many generations of men. Many generations of men in marriages have definitely lived like that and taught their sons their sons and daughters the same thing. What do you say about that?
Yeah. A lot of white guys did that. The Asians, yeah, but
Mm.
I don't. I would not subscribe. I would tell my son. Well, my son's happy wife and happy life right now as we speak. Um,
Oh,
but he's under his mother's ideology, not mine. But
right.
when any, just I'll say this: if you're happy at being a slave and you know how to behave and it makes you happy and you can deal with it, I'm not going to really say too much about it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Um, But the problem is, the only problem I have with men taking this bad hike, you're giving up your manhood essentially. You're her bitch, and
Man.
that. I don't know if I can do that. I can't do that. I won't do that. Matter of fact, to be exact, I got to be that dude. Period. And I'm coming in barking orders. I don't want to have to sit home while I'm on the way home thinking about 55 different paragraphs on how I'm going to ask her to quit over talking me. I'm going to tell her, quit over talking me. Period. I'm going to say it just like that, maybe a little rougher tone. I might use the B word. But if I can't have a relationship like that where I can be who I am as a leader, I'm not taking that deal either. Hell no. I'll just stay out here, keep it on some, situationships. Hey, I don't have to deal with all the baggage, and I ain't got time to be raising no grown ass woman. Hell no.
Mm, mm,
No way. No freaking man, I'm not man. Oh hell no. Listen, I got a daughter who's 16,
mm,
and she gets on my nerves constantly
mm,
because she acts like the modern woman, right? Always asking, her mouth out. Gimme, 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 gimme. I'll tell her, why you always you got everything you need, why you want more? Right?
mm.
She doesn't listen to me. She goes out one ear out the other. So I would never ever tell a man to marry a woman in a happy wife, happy life fashion. If you could be the general that you are, that's how you get married. But if not, don't do it because she's gonna be so embarrassing. You're gonna not even want your friends to come over. You don't want her to, because you know that she talked to you crazy. How you gonna look crazy?
Yeah.
You'd be like, hey baby, and your homie right there, she said, nigga, get the car keys. You know,
Mm.
you gonna feel a type of way about that. Your homie looking at you like, huh? Huh? and then he gonna tell the other homies, damn. Now, white boys, Asians, they don't care, right? They take shame. They shame all day. She's the boss. I don't know. I don't know. She's just the boss. Asian men, she's the boss. So they're in lockstep with this. Black men and Latinos, we're trying to fight it a little bit. We're still trying to fight for our manhood.
Hmm.
And the women are making it difficult, right? They're like, no. That's why the black woman is leaving us the most, because she wants what the white woman and Asian women got. That level of power and control. But
Well, let me ask this question, right?
yeah.
Well, let me ask this question just to go to your point, right? You mentioned the Asian, whether I agree with it or not, but you mentioned the Asian man putting up with cool. So why are there so many brothers teaching get with the Asian woman that the Asian woman is going to be more submissive? But what I'm hearing is that the Asian woman, what you're telling me is that the Asian woman is not submissive.
No, she's not.
If she's treating her husband like that,
Yeah. Yeah, Asian women
you
to
know.
run.
So what do you say to the brothers? Right. So what do you say to the brothers that are going out there saying, "Well, go get you an Asian woman because they're submissive"? Are these brothers delusional too?
Yeah, they're delusional. They're starting to. They're how you say it. If you look at the percentage
Because
of
you know
black
this
men coming back
the
to the black
past.
woman, you'll see the past what?
Yeah, because I know you're familiar with the passport bro movement, and the
Passport
passport
brother.
bro movement. Um, right, it's not just black men because we know that culture started way before black men. But the movement is saying go to Asia and get that woman, or go. There's some Latino women who are like that. Like, what do you say to those people?
Well, yeah, I say do it because at least, I mean, they're the same thing like the American women, but at least they're going to make you feel better about it, right? Taking all your money. So at least when they take it,
Right.
At least, right? They'll at least play the game with you. They'll lie to you, make you feel
Yeah.
like you that dude. The men, that's what really men want, though, right? Men
Yeah.
want that, and
Hmm.
American women, they don't want to give it to us no more. They used to give us to that, like in the '60s and '70s and the '80s. They used to give us
Uh
that.
huh.
Hey, oh yeah, you the man, you him, right? They used to get. Now, hell no. They're like, no, well, I'm the boss. So if you want to feel like you're the man, and you want to feel like you're on top of the world, the king, and you want that woman to lie to play that game, go to the Philippines, man, or Thailand. And that's what they're gonna
Mm.
do, right? Because over there, the poverty line is so stronger, so much stronger. They thirsty. They need your money, and they
Yeah.
need to be So they're gonna play the game the way you want the game to be played,
Right.
even though it's a lie. But who cares, right? Who cares?
Yeah.
This is what
Yeah.
I want for my money.
Mm.
This is what I want for my money. I want to feel like the king.
So it's the delusion of inclusion, right?
Right. Or
Okay.
self-respect, right?
Yeah.
Listen, if I'm doing all this work, get all this money, right? I got all this money in my bank account. I got all these assets. I got all this stuff, right?
Right.
I want to feel like a king.
Yeah.
I don't want to be belittled. I don't want to have to worry about the government stepping in, taking what's mine and giving it to her. I don't have to argue. I don't want to argue with my woman about me being a king, trying to fight for position and power. I just want to come home and she twerk on me and tell me you handsome and how was your day. I want that 365 if I'm paying all the bills.
Yeah. Even
But yeah,
even if it's make believe.
yes, lie to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd rather you lie to me than to be up there, nigga, where the car keys. I'm sorry. I'm leaving you, right? I'm out of there. So yeah, I want you to lie to me. I want to believe that lie. It's better for. I
Mm.
mean, that's my money. We all know that designer clothes is overpriced. We know that, right?
Yeah.
But we're gonna buy it because it's gonna give a status,
Yeah.
a false status though.
Yeah.
But it don't matter. That's what we want. We want that. We want that status
Mm.
for our money. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to
Yeah.
go. If I got a lot of money, I don't want to go to Payless shoes. I don't want to go to Ross. I want to be. I want to look different. I want to be. My status be different than everybody. So I'm gonna go what to Fendi, or I'm gonna go to Louis Vuitton. And when I put that Louis Vuitton on, I want this false sense of status for my ego. Yeah,
Mm.
I'm him. I'm him. I feel like a king.
Yeah.
And that's what we want from our women. We want that same validation, right? I'm him.
Yeah.
But the women in America are not giving us that.
Mm.
They're saying, we're him. You know what I mean? And so the passport brother's like, okay, I'm going across seas and get somebody who's going to play this game the way I want them to play the game. I want
Mm.
to feel like I want to think that I'm the king, and I want my woman to cater to me. I don't care if she hates it. I don't care if she can't stand me. Long as she make me feel like I'm the man, we got a plan.
Wow.
I'm just saying, because you can't be too delusional to think that you're gonna know if a woman truly loves you or not. You really don't know.
Yeah.
Too many people can play the role, right?
Mm.
Too many great actresses out here, right? J Lo, and so forth, right? They can pretend like they're something when they're not, right?
Well, J Lo after
So
5 marriages said that she don't believe she was truly loved. How about that?
right, because J Lo problem is she wanted to fight for power.
Hmm.
Yeah, she wanted to fight for power, and them dudes who got all that money and status just like her, they're not giving that shit up. I'm
Yeah.
still him. The hell?
Mm.
So what happens? They shut down. They stop talking to her. They stop texting her. They have probably side pieces, and she just divorces them. I'm out of here
Mm. Mm.
because
Wow.
she is very contentious. She's very disrespectful, right? The American women are very, very masculine. They won't.
Mm.
They won't. You know what I mean? They think they deserve the world and don't owe you nothing back in return.
Mm.
And they can have the kid for you all you want to, but the kid is for them, really. They make you think, oh, yeah, I'll do it for you, but it's really for them. Because they don't want it, they're not going to have it.
Wow.
The cooking and the cleaning, that's because they want to clean the house. You just happen to be a recipient of that. But she'll do it because she wants a clean house. The cooking, she likes home cooked food better than restaurants. If she doesn't like that, then she's going to make you take her to restaurants or DoorDash that shit.
Well, then I would say that when you're trying to get a woman, that you need to look for those traits, right? Those traits of those domestic uh, duty traits that she's able to do. I mean, wouldn't that be something that you would look for, or no? Like,
I
what
mean,
are we thinking?
you can look for that, but that doesn't guarantee you
Hmm.
her emotional stability will stay stable.
Right.
So
Right.
you got this is what men have to learn to do. You have
Hmm.
to separate domestic
Yep.
from emotional.
Uh huh.
A woman outwardly could look like the best woman for the job.
Yeah.
You know, she does all the domesticated things. Well, what you got to also remember, her emotional imbalance is unpredictable. You really
Hmm.
don't. You can never really. There, there is no really measuring of that in the dating or courting era. You just have to kind of, you know, that's why the happy wife, happy life thing comes in. Because once the men see that, damn, she does everything else domestically I want, right?
Hmm.
She doesn't. She's not out here having sex with all these men. She don't have a bunch of men in her face. She comes home every day and she cooks. She's clean. She does all those things. She just got a mouth.
Yeah. Right. Right.
She's just she's insecure, right? She,
Hmm.
every 2 to 3 weeks she's crying. You get home, she's crying about her weight with the gym is right across the street. What the fuck, right? You still cry, but you do this every 2 months, right? We have
Yeah.
the same thing. You crying, you know what it is, so you're like, okay, and then two things gonna happen, right? The first time you're gonna try to give a solution, and then she'll not give you none for like a week. Then you learn to validate, right? Okay, so she doesn't want solutions. She doesn't want to hear what I think about what it should be. She wants you to validate the way she thinks it should be. So therefore, those either two right there, if you do not learn to validate, then let's say you buck against that, then you guys are done, right? She's gonna leave you. She's gonna leave you. Are you gonna leave her? But most likely she's gonna leave you. And that's why you have to understand when you're sitting across from a woman of fifth, when you're looking at her, you're not you're not you're not seeing her emotional side of her, the side that's very dark,
Yeah.
side that's very selfish. You don't see that when you're dating because the conversations are general. You know what I mean? Typically,
Uh huh. Yeah.
ain't nobody finna put on the table. A woman ain't finna tell you I'm toxic, and I hate when this or this or that, and it triggers me, and then I might hate you today and love you. Right? They ain't gonna tell you that because then they ain't gonna get what they want. Right? They
Yeah.
ain't gonna tell you that. They're gonna play the role as long as they can to try to get a desired outcome. Now, once she sees that you are hooked, you fell for the
Hmm.
hook, line, sinker, then that's when she's gonna implement all them emotions on you. Then you go
Hmm.
about, damn, is this the same person that I married? Right? Is this the same woman that
Yeah.
told
Uh
me she
huh.
care about children, she care about family? Is this the same person?
Hmm. Right.
So therefore, I would tell men this: when you're dealing with a woman, you're dealing with a house that's on fire that you just don't see.
Mm. I had a man once say to me that you don't know what kind of wife you got until you get a divorce.
Yeah, yeah, because the emotions, man, they're fleeting.
Yeah.
And anytime you're building a life with a wife, you're building an emotional foundation. And that, to me, is diabolical. That's insane because that foundation is very shaky.
Oh, wow. Well, Ruthless, hey brother, I gotta go into work, man. I'm gonna end this stream, okay?
All right. See you next time.
I'll see you next time. See you next week, man. I appreciate you coming on. Take care.
All right. All right.
All right. All right, everyone. Hey, man, y'all have a good day. Have a good weekend. See you next time, all right? Peace.